Abbott.
What are you talking about, man?
I didn't get an of a girl in.
What?
I didn't get an that girl.
What?
Yeah, it's good to see that foot and mouth is definitely under control now, isn't it?
Yeah.
For 1 week only, Nick Abbott. Nick Abbott.
Oh my God, this is a real honour for me, it really is.
Is that the reason why you're infamous on this show? Because you just keep coming out with Roger?
No, I think did you?
Nick Abbott. Nick Abbott.
I understood like one word in three. Just open your mouth and let it out, sir.
And I shouted, I'm alive.
And you're still alive.
And I'm still alive.
Well, there's a result.
Nick Abbott on Real Radio's Late Night Phone-In. Back tonight from 10.
Turn the radio off and go to sleep now.
South Wales weather.
With Specsavers Opticians, giving you a clearer outlook.
Right, I'm going to read this as is written. The bulk of the night can expect to be dry with some fairly good clear breaks in the cloud. However, it will turn increasingly cloud with some heavy rain threatening around the end of the night. Southeast winds will back northwesterly. What the hell does that mean?
Real Radio.
This is the Late Night Phone-In with Nick Abbott. Nick Abbott. Call Real Radio on 0845 105 2106.
Real Radio.
So I was driving in, and the Starland Vocal Band came on, which, for the light, if you'd put a gun to my head, I wouldn't have been able to come up with the name of that band. But, oh, man, what a track. I haven't heard that in a dog's age. Afternoon Delight. Absolutely perfect. And they're a foreigner. I love this station. I've only been here since Friday, and I've only been listening to it since then. And it's just, it's just marvellous to hear that old stuff again. Getting an appetite for some afternoon delight. Nothing like it. So it's 0845 105 2106. And I'm just going to go over this weather forecast again. I'm handed this seconds before I go on the air, so I don't have any time to edit it into what could pass as English. Who the hell wrote this? I've got absolutely no idea, but I don't think English was their first language. I'll do it again. The bulk of the night, a night's divided into bulks. What percentage are we talking about exactly? The bulk of the night can expect to be dry, like a night would expect anything, with some fairly good clear breaks in the cloud. But you won't see them because it'll be dark. However, it will turn increasingly cloud.
What?
That's what it says here. With some heavy rain threatening around the end of the around the end of the night, like they'll be standing in the shadows around the end of your street with flick knives. Southeast winds will back northerly. 59 in Aberystwyth, 63 in Swansea, 63 in Cardiff. Those are the lows. That's in old money, which anybody over the age of 30 can only think in summer. 15, 17 and 17 if you're like 6 and you only know centigrade. Will it rain tonight? Well, the statistic that I've got on this piece of paper here describes the probability of precipitation. You must be joking. It's 20%. Air quality good. Oh, the smell of it. Tomorrow, a generally cloudy day with thundery showers during the morning and early afternoon, slowly edging away later. Some local torrential downpours are likely. All right, so summer's back and a light easterly wind. Tomorrow's maximum 68, 66 and 70. Aberystwyth, Tenby, Swansea, Cardiff in that order. Oh, so finally we've got that out of the way, and I guess it's time for me to go. Weather's taking up most of the show. It's virtually a book they handed me just before I came on the air. There's an email address. Apparently I've been getting loads of emails, but this show's like being in prison. You don't actually get your mail until like 3 days later, after the various authorities have read it and pronounced it to be fit for human consumption. And so I'm reading a couple of these. The most bizarre one of all is a woman who faxed to complain, but included a picture of herself in a bra on the fax. Or email, or whatever the hell you call these things. She can't stand me, much prefer Adrian, and here's a picture of me with my top off. Okay, it was making perfect sense so far. Anybody who wants a picture of her with her top off only has to ask. Here's one in Abbot. Hello.
Hello?
Richard.
Yeah?
Well, don't say yeah like I called you.
Oh, sorry. I'd like you to, well, if you could, ring my father. I haven't seen him for 18 years. Well, I've never seen a man in 18 years.
Yeah, call Richard and Judy. Here's one in Cardiff. Hello, Stuart.
Oh, sorry, it's me. Hello?
Hello, Stuart.
Oh, yeah. I was just wondering why we actually pay our poll tax regarding the policing of this city, especially during a football match.
Oh, is that it? You just want...
No. Well, it is. I've just driven down Tudor Road, where Ninian Park football ground is.
Yeah.
Sloper Road, sorry. My wife has just corrected me. And I'm surprised no one has been injured, because we were travelling down...
Stuart, can I just ask you a question about this before we go on?
Yeah.
Does your wife correct you a lot?
Oh, all the time.
Doesn't that get a little bit annoying every now and again?
No, she's my wife. She's allowed to correct me.
You put up with it?
Oh, yes.
I bet you don't listen to her most of the time.
You're quite... Yeah, she'll tell you.
It's just like yak in the background, and it kind of just washes over, it falls off you like water off a duck, am I right?
That's it, yeah.
Anyway, go on.
No, as I was saying, we were driving down, just come up from Ely. No, I knew there was something on, but obviously I was going at around about 20 miles an hour, because I come through the lights. And all of a sudden, this just crowd of people were coming out of the football ground. There was no police there to warn you that they were coming out. It was just, all of a sudden, there was just a pile of people. How no one got hit, I don't know.
You were surrounded by, scruffy ruffians, I'm guessing?
No, you can't. No, they can't. They're city supporters. I support Barrytown myself, but, we all got to be, what do you call it, haven't we? You got to be liberal when you think. You can't be nasty with them just because they support another team. I've got no problem with anybody supporting whatever team they want to. But it's just the fact
that's very liberal and un-British of you, if you don't mind me saying so.
Well, no, I think all the violence between football rivals is senseless. Myself. But anyway, I just felt that it was, a lot of the people that were walking down were, they were telling us why were we on the road.
Right, so just some sort of a signal before you get there, some kind of...
well, it would have helped if they could actually let us know.
Yeah, some kind of alarm signal before... like that, perhaps.
Well, they could have closed the road off.
If they'd written whoop, whoop, whoop in words and put it on a sign by the side of the road, then it would have made you happy. And happiness is what this show is all about.
Happiness, the greatest gift that I possess. I thank the Lord that I've been blessed with more than my share of happiness.
And as I've said before, you can't say happiness without saying penis. Here's a call in, it's on the M4 near Newport. Hello, David.
Hello.
David.
Can't say happiness without saying penis.
Yeah, turn the radio down, David, and stop saying hello.
In Newport. Hello, David.
Hello.
Turn the radio down and stop saying hello, or you'll disappear.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to drive as well. Okay, I'll just slow down.
Oh.
Okay, hello?
Yes, David.
Yes, I've got a problem. I'm going bald. And my wife keeps going on to me about it all the time, and she keeps telling me to try these minoxidil and stuff, these cures. But I don't know whether to go through with it because it costs so much money. And I'm wondering whether you or any other listeners have tried it and think that it works.
So now, what kind of baldness is it? Is it the sort of monk's thing where it goes there's an island of scalp right in your crown, or is it from the front to the back?
No, it's just thin all the way through.
So when
basically.
you put your head down and the sun catches it, the glare is virtually indescribable.
That's right, and my roots are also very, very grey, so you can see the scalp very easily. Basically, I've been dyeing my hair for several years.
Blimey, you're falling apart, mate. How old are you?
I'm just coming up to 40.
You need to eat more roughage, or I don't know. What kind of a diet do you eat?
Oh, my diet's pretty good. I'm vegetarian.
Beer and cigarettes.
Yeah, I'm vegetarian, but I do drink a lot of beer. I don't think that should be a problem.
Exercise. You want to exercise, man. You want to get one of those bars that you hang upside down so the blood can rush to your scalp.
Oh, you think that would help?
No.
I don't think so either. Well, and I mean, have you seen the sort of wigs you can get nowadays?
Oh, don't get a wig. What?
Have you seen? That's what I mean. Have you seen the state of them?
A wig? No,
all that,
who wears a wig
well,
in
all
the
that
year
money people like Sir Elton
2001?
John have got, all the money that they've got, and they shell out, and they get these little things that look really cheap and like wiry.
No, there's a very specific reason why Elton John wears a wig.
And why do you think? Is it because he had hair transplants that have gone wrong?
The specific reason that Elton John wears a wig is that in show business, music business in particular, you don't have a career if you lose your hair. There's almost no exceptions to that rule. The bloke in R.E.M. perhaps, but he always, he kind of looks like a singing gargoyle anyway, so it doesn't matter if he's got hair or not.
Because he shaves it all off, Nick,
That's
and,
right.
and he grew that silly little beard.
Yeah, but if you're an old geezer, if you keep your hair, you keep your career. You like Rod Stewart, Sting, Elton John. He's bought hair, so in effect he's still got it.
Right.
Mick Jagger, all of the old Eric Clapton, all of the old people who still have hair have still got careers. All of the old rockers who don't have hair anymore, you never hear from them.
Right. I bet that spray-on stuff.
Oh, are you serious? Just shave it close.
Shave it all off.
No, don't. Well, go to a barber. It'll be the cheapest haircut you've ever bought. Get a number. I don't know. Pick a number from 1 to 10 and get him to do one of those.
Okay then.
And and wear your baldness with pride. Don't think that just because you're bald you're a loser.
Okay.
Is that what your wife says? You're a loser, baby. So why don't I kill you?
No, it's not that. She just wants me to look a bit tidier, I think. It's not that I'm trying to cover it up. It's just because it looks awful thin and it's starting to look a bit scruffy.
A little tidier. Well, that sort of seems to go beyond hair.
Yeah.
So it's just like tidiness in general.
Yeah.
I don't think she likes your attitude.
Do you think so?
Well, she's probably. This is just a wild stab in the dark here. But is she seeing somebody else on the side?
I probably. Probably. I've caught her before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You've caught your wife with somebody else before?
Yes, I have.
Wow, this is breaking news. And what happened? Okay, what were the circumstances? You came home early from work, unexpected. And,
no, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. It's just I just saw some numbers on her mobile phone. I just recognised the one number as an ex-boyfriend and found out that she'd been seeing him.
And so you said?
Well, I left for a bit, and we sort of got our differences out, and I went back, and everything's been fine since. But it's been going downhill for the last month or so, and I suspect something else has been going on.
But do you feel that? Well, what about an open relationship? Why don't you have an open relationship where you can go and do whoever you like, whoever would have you, and she can go and you know.
Well, women don't seem to like it because you're going bald.
Well, no, wait a minute. No, well, that's not true at all. All sorts of people get like look at Phil Collins. He's got a face that looks like a potato. He's got no hair on him at all, and yet he's going around with a woman who could be his granddaughter.
Yeah, but he's got the money, hasn't he? The cash to do it.
It all just comes down to money with you.
You flash the cash around and you can have anything you want, bald or unbald.
Unbald. I guess that there's an element of truth in that. But if you smarten yourself up a bit, and you know, took a shower every now and again, and just cut your hair short. Women like that. Sure they do.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Give it a go, that's right. Now, and if your wife's seeing somebody else, then maybe you should see somebody else, because after a while, any relationship stops being about sex, am I right?
Yes, that's right.
Because it's all about sex when you first spy them across the room, and then after, 3-4 minutes, suddenly you're not interested anymore, and your eye starts to wander, correct?
Yeah,
like you could be in a clutch on the dance floor, and you'll be scanning the room for somebody else, yes?
Yeah.
You disgust me. But after a couple of years, certainly, you're not really interested because you've been there, so to speak, and you've done that.
Well, you just tend to go off the boil sometimes.
Well, that's right, but your sex drive doesn't go off the boil. You still want to do it. It's just that you just don't want to keep treading the same path, yes?
That's right.
So if she's done that before, then it seems to me that you're owed one, at least.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
She owes you one. So it's almost like you can give each other cards. It's like a little a sex card. She goes, it's almost like you're passing business cards to each other. And so far, you've got a bigger stack than she has.
That's right.
Go ahead and spread it around. Why don't you? Trust me, I'm not a doctor.
It's odd how some partners are just perfect for each other. Laurel and Hardy, gin and tonic, fish and chips, and maybe even you and Barris. All this week on the Mid-Morning Show, we're playing Perfect Partners, and we've teamed up with Auto Trader to send you and your partner for a night out at your favourite restaurant. What's more, one lucky couple will win a weekend in Paris with £200 spending money, courtesy of the Travel House. All you have to do is name the missing half of a famous partnership. It might be Bill and Ben, Morecambe and Wise, or even Terry and Sarah. It's Perfect Partners with Auto Trader, your local motoring magazine, every morning this week on Real Radio.
You can play that game. Robin Lloyd, the endowment people.
Real people, real commitment.
Our job is to search the marketplace for the highest possible price.
It's non-stop from the time we come in to the time we go home.
We need policies that are 100% with profit and must have started before 1990.
If it's a Royal London, Co-op or General Accident policy, they only have to be 6 years old.
When you call us, you speak to real people like me.
Robin Lloyd, the endowment people.
My name's Mark, I'm part of the team, and I look forward to speaking to you.
Robin Lloyd Associates is regulated by the Personal Investment Authority.
Over the moon. It's wonderful. It's a real joy to know that they're getting more money, and it's us who's done it for them.
We get lots of buyers bidding for your policy. That's what we do.
Robin Lloyd, the endowment people. 07000 222 111.
Is your change in my seat, sir? Thanks. Bye. Yes, sir. What pump number?
I'm just in for the Black & Decker workmate.
Oh, we don't sell them. Do you have a car outside, sir?
No, mountain bike, nearly new. And I need another for the wife. Can you show me where they are?
This is a garage.
Oh, then you'll have mint condition car seat covers as well.
No, but we do have very good CCTV cameras.
How much?
Look, would you please leave?
But I was told I could get these quality items for great value at this garage.
You want Ad Trader, the best bargain paper in the area. Ad Trader has thousands of branded items every week. On sale from garages and newsagents and supermarkets. Or you can go to adtrader.co.uk.
Fantastic!
Oh my, that's marvellous.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you!
Oh, 1-0!
I love you. I love you more than my husband, I really do.
Sorry, I'm a bit emotional. There's nothing like passing your driving test. Except for helping others do it. As a BSM driving instructor, you get independence at work and the satisfaction of giving independence to others.
Oh, that's great! Oh, that's great! That's really great, mate!
If you're interested in becoming a BSM instructor, call 0800 700 800 or visit bsm.co.uk for details. BSM, we won't fail you.
Hey, I can drive! Nick Abbott on Real Radio's Late Night Phone-In. Call now on 0845 105 2106.
Oh, that's me then. How do you do this again? I'm Nick Abbott. It's the number of what he just said, 0845 105 2106. Also got an email address here, studio@realradiofm.com, on which you can hear us on the World Wide Wait, as long as the site works, which it hasn't been lately. The emails are coming in thick and fast, mostly thick. Here's one from a bloke called John Morgan, who says that, oh, blimey, it just goes on and on and on. It's like basically a book he's emailed over to us. He's telling me how to do my job. There's 6 points of what I should, no, 8, in fact, of how I should conduct myself on the air. And he knows because he's previously volunteered to stand in for Adrian's absences, but he's not sure whether he was taken seriously. No kidding. And the woman who sent an almost nude picture of herself, who said if I went head-to-head with Adrian, I would lose. Listen, trust me, dear, I've seen Adrian, and I don't want to give him head. Here's one in a disgruntled woman who obviously didn't want to speak to me, but Carl has kindly written up her disgust right on the screen here, and so she wants to know what I mean by one from, when I say, here's one from Whitcomb. What the hell do you think I mean? Do you want me to translate this show into English? Just press 888 on your TV remote. Here's one from Whitcomb in Gwent. Hello, Peggy.
Hello, good evening.
Peggy.
How are you?
I'm all right.
I'm just ringing about the little gentleman who rang through. He's lost his hair, or losing his hair.
Yeah.
Well, a little word of advice. I'm sure it'll help him. It helped me. Coconut oil.
Coconut oil?
Coconut oil. Very, very cheap from any chemist. and,
What, do you mean taken internally? Or...
No, rub on the head.
Oh.
Rub on whatever's there.
Yeah, rub it on your head.
And hope for the best.
Either head.
Yes, just rub it on his head. Warm it up first.
Right.
Because it's in a block, you see, solid block. And one has to warm it through. Yeah. And then rub it generously into the scalp.
Huh.
And it does work.
Now, when you say it does work, on what basis, in fact, do you...
Well, I lost some of the hair on the top of my head.
Right.
Through shock. My husband died very suddenly last September, you see.
Yeah.
And I went to the doctor. He said, oh, it's delayed shock. And just rub oils into it. And that was it.
The doctor said rub... Did he say rub coconut oil in it?
No, he didn't say coconut oil.
Oil.
He said oils.
Right. Now, was your scalp dry at the time? Was he saying that because to, like, moisten up your scalp? Or did he...
it obviously moistens the scalp. I mean, any oil will do that, won't it? I mean, olive oil is another good thing. Same properties as coconut oil.
Yeah, it's like you're basting yourself at the same time.
Yeah, that's right.
You'll come out tasting delicious.
You're cooking at the same time. But it does work generally. It does, honestly. It takes a couple of months to get it back to norm. But
now, I'm not disputing that that your hair grew back a little bit. But
it grew back a lot.
I'm not disputing that. But what I would dispute is that coconut oil had anything to do with it, because this is not a scientific trial that we have here. You weren't...
No, I didn't mean to go into science at all. I just thought it would help the gentleman if he tried it. It's certainly not going to harm him.
Unless the flies in his area...
Well, he'd have flies. Well, that's all right. If his hair grows, who cares?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know.
All right, thanks a lot, dear.
All right.
0845 105 2106. I'm Nick Abbott, in for Adrian Allen this week, who's going to be back on Monday. Afternoon Delight. I still can't get over what... It just came out of the radio. I haven't heard that in about 20 years. In fact, can we play that again? Carl, would that be a bad thing to do if I played that again? Can we play that again? Afternoon Delight. It's one of my favourite songs of all time. No stations ever play that. I've never heard that, like, ever. Back in, when, there's a station in, well, it still is, but when it was good, called, Capital Radio, it used to have, Topless Tony Myatt, I think, and he used to do a show called Afternoon Delight on Saturdays, or just right after Kenny Everett. Oh, man, what a lineup that was. And he used to play that over and over. I think that's the last time I heard it. That must have been about 1974. Oh, memories, what memories. Here's a call in, oh, blimey, it's a bloke on the M4. Let's take him straight away. Hello, Dean.
Hiya.
Dean.
How's it going?
All right.
I'm a first-time caller.
I'm a first-time listener.
Oh, brilliant. No, I was just phoning about that guy that's going a bit thin on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're about the same age, and I got the same problem as him, really. But I started going a bit thin at a very young age.
Well,
I blame
how young? What is a young age?
Well, I was about 25 when I started going bald.
All right. And how does it manifest? Is it creeping from the front to the back, or what?
Yeah, I started getting the older high forehead, right. And then I used to have, well, in the end, I had a part in looking like a landing strip. But, well, my problem was, because I was in the forces based in Cyprus, and because wearing caps and stuff like that all the time in the heat. And what I found out was, because I was sweating quite a lot, that the hair became very weak and started falling out.
No, are you serious? That's because you sweat, your hair falls out? That can't be true.
No, it's because of the heat and stuff like that. It made the follicles very weak.
Now, who did you hear? Are you just making this up?
That's from our MO.
From your MO?
Yeah, the medical officer.
Right.
But that's what he told me anyway. But he said sometimes it brings it on a lot quicker. So because my baldness is in my family anyway. Like my father's bald, my grandfather was bald when he was young.
Well, there's pretty much nothing you can do about it then.
Yeah, technically. But I was just talking about the advice that you gave him, that other guy.
Yeah.
To say,
shave it close.
Crop it short.
Yeah.
That's what I did. And well, at the moment, sometimes it grows back, and I get the old sideburns looking a bit bushy. But the girlfriend always tells me, no, take it off, you look a lot younger.
See, now there you go. The women don't have a problem with baldness, as long as you don't go to ridiculous lengths to cover it up.
Exactly. Oh, so I would never, the old walnut whip haircuts. I couldn't grow hair long and then sort of whip it on the front.
Well, Bobby Charlton was in the news because, for whatever reason, they picked up the 1966 World Cup. Like, England are still living the glory of that. It's pathetic. But he was in the papers. He said he didn't have any regrets apart from that ridiculous haircut, the Bobby Charlton comb-over.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think it draws attention to it.
Of course it does.
I mean,
you can't take your eyes off it.
Yeah, that's it. And you get the ones with the pardon at the back of the head. And everything's brought forward.
And if they go out in a light wind and it starts flapping like they're going to take off, it's just just don't do it. You just have to accept it. Virtually, coconut oil. I don't. Well, she's a very nice lady. It might have worked. It might have worked for her, but I personally don't believe if coconut oil worked in regrowing your hair, then we would know about it, and coconut oil would be a hell of a lot more expensive than it actually is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think that maybe it was just a coincidence. She was rubbing her bonds with the oil of a big nut, and it just happened to grow back. I don't dispute that it grew back, but and you're a very nice lady and all, but I don't think that the one led to the other.
Well, my motto is, when everyone says, Baldy, I mean, you got the old nicknames, Slaphead, Baldy, and Kojak and all that. But my answer to them is, God only made so many perfect heads, the rest of them he covered his hair.
That's right, and you're still getting laid.
That's it, definitely.
As a result, 0845 105 106. So until medical science brings out a pill or a rub-on lotion that actually, without doubt, brings back hair, and I think they're... about a year or so ago, they seemed to discover why people go grey. There's some sort of gene that switches on and off. It's almost like a, it's like a switch that they say, oh, that's what that is, and they're working. You believe that they're working feverishly on trying to put that into a pill, because whoever manages to get a little pill you can put on the counter of your local chemist to turn your hair back to its natural colour, that you don't have to dye it, and it'll take 10 years off you. And although Richard Gere doesn't seem to be having too much trouble, getting his, you-know-what. But a lot of people, it's just very upsetting for them. And so that is bound to be soon. And if they can, with the genetic research, then the growing the hair back thing, that will swiftly follow. But until they do that, just shave it short. It's, apart from anything else, that's what people are doing. Look at footballers. None of them have got any hair. Here's one in London. Hello, James.
Hello.
James.
Yes.
Why does everybody say yes, like they're surprised to be speaking to me? You called me, remember?
Yes, I did.
James, you're on the air.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're welcome.
I just want to change the subject a bit.
Please do.
I've had a fantastic night.
Yeah?
I've been at the Great British Beer Festival in Olympia, and now I'm listening to real radio on the internet, because I live in Newport normally, and I've come up to London for this.
For a beer festival?
For a beer festival, and there's loads of Welsh beers here.
Well, I believe that one of the local brews did very well.
Brains Dark, yeah, that came third in the best beer in Britain award, and I've been on a few pints of that tonight.
Did it also, but it came first in another category, didn't it?
Yeah, it's first in the best mild. So best mild of the world. Well done to all the lads at Brains, sort of thing.
Yeah, what a fantastic result.
But we also got Bull Mastiff, been on, which is made in just down the road from Brains on Cardiff Road, isn't it, somewhere?
Now, paint me a picture of the average type who goes to a beer festival, because I have a vivid mental image, but you go and tell me what you think.
It's not sandals and woolly jumpers, it's none of that at all. We've got very young people coming here. We've got an 18 to 30 bar.
You've got an 18 to 30 bar?
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
It's entirely staffed by younger people, and, we get quite a few youngsters here. We've had girls in their 20s here and everything.
Now, back up a minute. You said you've got an 18 to 30 bar. Does that mean that only people aged 18 to 30 can get served?
No, it's only people 18 to 30 who are working on it.
Oh, right.
It's a wonderful happening. A Tom Robinson band was on here tonight, and we open till Saturday.
Is he still glad to be GAY?
Yes, he was singing that, but I was joining into 2468 Motorway, which is a far better track.
Oh, so you didn't actually join in with the Sing If You're Glad to Be Gay?
No, I went to the bar.
Did you just mumble it under your breath?
Sorry?
Did you mumble it under your breath?
No, never.
Were you singing it in your head?
Never.
Oh, come
I was
on.
going to the bar. I was ordering a drink.
Just a little bit. I bet
Not even a little bit.
Just mentally joining in.
Not a little bit at all.
It's a great song. Why don't you just... what about this? Yeah, I bet you could sing along with this. I bet you're busting to have a sing along with this.
I'm busting for another drink.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man.
You should maybe hang out with the YMCA tonight. You could hang out with all the boys. Think about it. 0845 105 2 106. Here's one in, let's go local. Caerphilly. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Nick. How you doing, mate?
All right.
Nick, can you do me a favour, lad? Yeah?
Well, I don't know. Try me.
Can you tell me what the abbreviation FAO stands for?
FAO?
Yeah.
In what context?
Well, in a letter or something like that.
I know this, but my mind is suddenly a blank. FAO.
Yeah.
I've just gone completely blank.
No? Oh, I thought it was for the attention of.
Oh, yeah. Well, why wouldn't it be?
Oh, right. Because if there was an email sent to you for the attention of John Morgan...
Yeah.
Right, who's your boss...
John Morgan, right, is he?
Right. All right?
Yeah.
So why are you ridiculing an email that's been sent to someone other than you, courtesy of Studio at Real Radio FM, on the air?
Well, who are you?
I'm Paul.
Paul who?
We don't give full names on Real Radio, we just give our Christian names.
Well, so far I've done an email from a bloke called John and a woman called... Sky. Are you either of those people?
You used.
Well, what the hell are you talking about? What's your first name?
My name's Paul.
Paul. So not John or Sky.
No, but
no. Okay, no buts. But it's a big but in his case. 0845 105 2 106. Let's go to the Rhondda. Hello, Kev.
Hey, mate.
Kev.
I just want to talk about the Bradford riots, I do. Right? How everyone seems to think, right, that there's always these white hooligans, right, who were the ones to blame for it. But the main people that they are to blame for it is they are the Asian hooligans.
Who said it was white hooligans?
Well, it was all put out in the press, wasn't it? It was put out in the press.
Which press are you reading? It was an entirely Asian thing. What are you talking about?
Oh no, no, it wasn't, because I've been there, right? Up in Bradford, right, with the Bradford riots. It was they picked on a 75-year-old white man, and Asian youths kicked the hell out of him. But then it's put out in the press that it's all white hooligans which have.
Oh, which press said that? Which press said that? What paper are you reading?
Well, I read the Sun, I do.
And the Sun said that it was white hooligans. Yeah,
the Sun said that it was Asian hooligans who kicked the hell out of the 75-year-old guy. That's what kicked it all off up there. But then when the white hooligans then get up there, which it is, there's only a minority of them all. I'm not sticking up for them or nothing, right? But I find it wrong, right, that it's put out in the press all the time that there's always white people, there's white hooligans.
Well, despite the fact that you just said that the press said that it was all Asian hooligans, you really are making a lot of sense. So far, this show is like being in the Twilight Zone. Here's one in, I don't know. It says Gale Strange. Gall Strange? What does that mean? Who are you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is that Nick?
Yeah, what's your name?
Hi, Gail. G-A-I-L.
And are you in a place called Strange?
Khan.
Are you in a place called Strange?
No, that's my surname.
Oh.
Yeah, but we live in Khan.
Well, why on earth did he put your full name on there?
I don't know. Someone took it from me. Someone requested. No, why I'm ringing, it was about last night. My husband and I was listening and found that you were really having it difficult last night. And before I listened, he said that you had rosacea. Is it the skin disorder?
How do you pronounce that?
Rosacea, is it?
Rosacea.
Rosacea, right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's just that I was diagnosed only a couple of weeks ago. So I had great sympathy with you because they just said the same. It's a complaint that happens when you're in your middle years, in your late 30s.
Yeah.
And there's no cure for it, really, and it's really dreadful.
I've got a friend who's a doctor. He's an anaesthetist. That's a difficult word to say. I never can get my head around that. An anaesthetist.
Right.
You say anaesthetist. Yeah, one of those.
I'm not
and,
sure.
And yeah, well, he puts people to sleep. He's the drug doctor.
Yeah.
If you need to really go, if you really need to flip out, then you go see him.
Right.
He'll put you under. That's his bedside manner. Just by talking to you, it'll knock you unconscious. But he says that in the medical profession, dermatologists, because those are the skin doctors, right? You go see a dermatologist. Most of the medical profession called dermatologists call the study of dermatology derma holiday, because all they ever do is give you a cream. And if that cream doesn't work, then they'll give you another cream. And if that doesn't work, then they shrug their shoulders and they go, "Oh, I don't know."
There's nothing they can do. I know.
You or I could be a dermatologist.
Yeah, I've had cream and that thing sort of actually makes it worse.
Well, my cream actually makes it much better. I left my cream in London, and for about the first 3 or 4 days when I was here, I looked like I'd come off a motorbike and used my face to halt my forward motion. It was I was so scary to look at. I couldn't even look in a mirror to shave. It was awful.
Yeah, it's really sort of depressing. The thought that you can't get rid of this. You're sort of left with this, and now we sort of creep into the other side of my cheek, and I keep thinking, gosh, am I going to have it on my nose next, and is it going to be redness and large?
And then I get pills called some sort of vitamin A thing, which are really so heavy duty that you can only get them from hospital, and they check your liver every now and again, and it's almost like you're being a snake and shedding your entire skin. It's like virtually the whole of your outside falls off.
Right.
but you do end up looking younger. So there's something to think about. Go and ask him for some, whatever the hell they're called, vitamin A pills.
Right. So that's the upside then.
You'll come out you'll come out feeling like a teenager.
Okay, just thought we'd ring to support you anyway.
But where will you be able to hook up with one at your age?
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks a lot, dear.
All right. Bye.
0845 what is it? I've got to write it down. 0845. Hang on a minute. I am a true professional. 0845 105 106. Let's have one in Abbot. Hello, Bob.
Hiya.
Bob.
Hi. I'd like to say, it's my 50th on Saturday. And
your 50th birthday on Saturday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I'm bald, and my missus has never complained about it for the last 32 years of marriage.
There you go. Yeah, it's a result.
Isn't it?
Oops. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. I meant to go.
Hey.
It's a round of applause. And so you still have a healthy and vigorous... really?
Up and down every night. I was wondering if you could ring me back on mobile if possible.
You were wondering if I could ring you back on your mobile?
My battery's going to go dead now, and I can't charge.
Well, I think we've dealt with whatever it was that you wanted to call about, eh? Unless there was like a list.
Say it again.
Unless there was a list of things you wanted to talk about. I thought you wanted to just brag about your healthy sex life. You're a lorry driver. Okay, well, that's great. Then now we know everything about you. There's lead in his Yorkie. Here's a call in South. That's just very vague. Come on, Carl. Be more specific. Andrew, you're in South Wales.
Hi, Nick.
But then you know that. Hello.
Is that Nick? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, good man. I've lost my train of thought now because the chap who was on a couple of calls ago, with the brain start winning the world's best mild.
Can you turn your radio down?
If I can, yeah. One sec.
In the background, we're hearing what happened 10 seconds ago. Go ahead. This radio's in another room.
Yep, you are. Sorry, Nick.
Okay, we're back now.
Yeah, what it is with the brain start thing, is if the secretary of my local club is listening to this, he's going to put it up by 40 pence a pint, which is disastrous for all us local drinkers.
Oh, so this is one of your favourite brews?
Well, we all drink it, yeah.
This is something I've actually never come across. Is it specific to the local area, or do they export?
We've had it for a couple of months in the club, and it's gone down a storm. But we sell it for, I think, £1.25 a pint. And, of course, if the secretary listens to this now, he's going to put it up 40 pence a pint. Because it's the world's best mild.
Well, is it not worth a premium?
Oh, no secretary put anything up, but I wouldn't say it was worth a premium.
Well, now wait a minute. You just said it was the best in the world.
No, the chap at the call a couple of calls ago did.
Oh, yeah, but they just won. It was third in one contest and first in another. That must mean it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a good pint. But
mind you, it is being voted for by all those blokes that you cross the street to avoid. I mean, I know he painted a rosy picture of the type of people that go to beer festivals and competitions and so on. But you and I both know that there are the people that would put on a pair of lederhosen, pour beer in the top of a barrel and sit in it, and if they stick, that's a good beer. Isn't that one of their tests?
But basically, yeah, and they eat also a pork pie and some cheese and bread.
Do what, sorry?
You know, these people, these beer festivals, they just eat cheese and ploughman's lunches and drink out of handle glasses.
I'm talking about people donning lederhosen and sitting in a barrel full of warm beer, and you're talking about eating ploughman's lunch. The two aren't the same thing. I love ploughman's lunch. How can you beat ploughman's lunch?
This is real ale people.
That's right, real ale people. A lot of old geezers with who look like they've swallowed a space hopper.
That's the gist of it, yeah, basically.
And they're swarming all over Wembley right now, just kind of like weebles, like a lot of weebles. You remember weebles, don't you? They wobble, but they don't fall down.
They do fall down after plenty of pints of mild.
Yeah, exactly. But they bounce right back up again. They could virtually fall asleep in a standing position. All right, thanks a lot, mate. Got to go. 0845 105 2106. Let's have one in East London. It's a London thing, isn't it, mate?
Hello there, Nick.
Ron.
Hello.
Ron.
Oh, how are you?
Ron.
Yes, it certainly is. I certainly remember that record you were talking about, the Afternoon Delight.
Afternoon Delight. I swear I'm going to play that. Can I play that? Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle, are you actually listening to this show in there? I think he's been on the phone for about the last 10 minutes. He's calling up his mum.
Because it was, I think it was Duncan Johnson used to do that show on Capital.
It was Duncan Johnson. You're probably absolutely right.
He used to do the football results, no sport. It was good old days, wasn't it?
There was, what was the lineup there? Topless Tony Myatt.
Yeah.
Duncan Johnson. Kenny Everett used to do a show at the weekend. Where are all those people now?
Sarah Ward.
Sarah Ward. Well, I know where she is. She's doing a jazz thing.
Adrian, oh God.
Adrian
Love, wasn't it?
Adrian Love, that's right.
And Mr. Hayes.
Oh, was he on that station?
He was. He used to do the phone, and then he went over to the London Brick Company.
Yeah, and then he went the way of that station.
Yeah, as I say, I haven't heard your program for quite some time. I think you were on that Virgo station for a while. Now, it's the first time I found it on Sky. This is it a Welsh station or?
Yeah, Real Radio. We're coming out of Cardiff. Well, near to, sort of in the country near Cardiff. It's
when did it actually go on the Sky? Because I only found it this evening. So.
Well, we're very recently on there, and we seem to be very popular so far. We're like here, there, and everywhere. Baby.
What kind of music do you play? All daytime? Is it sort of not? Was it heavy rock or?
Well, you listen to the radio in London, yeah?
Yeah,
well, we're kind of like Heart, but not so female. That's about the only way I would describe it.
That gold stuff is too repetitive.
Well, it's too old, yeah.
And all the gold stations sound the same now. They're all joined up, and it's all one station basically.
I know. If you only listen to gold stations, which is stations that play 50s, 60s, and 70s music, then you might as well just go ahead and kill yourself now, because that
50s. I don't think I've ever heard any on Capital for a long time. You know, I mean,
because that suggests to me that you don't have any interest in the modern world at all.
No, I scan the talk stations mainly.
But I was saying to the boss, and I wasn't sucking up to the boss because I'm only going to be here for a week, but I think that if this format was on in London, it would clean up. This is actually a great station, and towards the weekend we get... see, I've only been here since Friday, so I don't know our exact... the exact schedules, but on Friday and Saturday nights I picked up like old disco stuff. Oh man, it was fabulous hearing that stuff again.
Yeah, I think the Heart people do that on a Friday, if I remember rightly, the 80s or something.
It's very popular. Why not?
Yeah, it's very good. I just thought I'd ring anyway. Wish you best of luck. And,
okay, thanks a lot, mate.
And you know, keep up the good work and keep banging out that signal.
Yeah, I'll bang it out.
And play that Afternoon Delight. It's a bloody good record.
I am going to play Afternoon Delight before I leave at 1. Carl, can I do that? Who are you on the phone to there, by the way? Let's look very serious. Do we have did the red phone go? Have I said something I shouldn't oughta? Oh, right, so FAO was for the attention. I don't know why that escaped my mind. It seems bleeding obvious when you think about it. Here's one in Rhondda. Hello, Tom.
Hiya, Nick.
Tom.
Nick, how's it going, fella?
It's going all right.
I wanted to ring up, if you can help me on this one. Is Celtic and Rangers joining the Premiership?
Well, I don't think they're not actually gonna yet. There's been mooted that they might.
I just think there's a bit of a twist to this story, because obviously if Celtic and Rangers join the Premiership, I feel that they would be allowed into the Champions League, the UEFA Cup. But the twist of the story is, like, you've got Cardiff City, Swansea, Wrexham. If they make it to the Premiership, then they won't be allowed into any of these cups. And I feel that is wrong.
If Rangers and Celtic get into what? Okay, first of all, I don't know anything about football, and this will be the last call I take about football, because it's just an avenue I don't want to go down.
Okay.
Because this is not a sports talk phone-in. But in my ignorance, I would think that if Rangers and Celtic got into the Premiership, then about they're suggesting that 3 teams would have to go down. So it would be virtually impossible for anybody from the lower divisions to come up, because everybody in the Premiership would become just fabulously rich and wealthy, and all the money and all the great players go with all the big money, and so it would be their own tiny little club, even more so than it is now.
Yeah.
So I think that circumstance probably wouldn't arise. So no need to worry.
Okay.
You can relax. 0845 105 2106, and if you want to email, it's studio at something or other. What is it? studio@realradiofm.com, which is, and the last part of that is our website, where you can hear us on the World Wide Web.
Every morning from 9, we take you back in time for 2 golden years. Hits and memories on the Real Golden Hour. The Real Golden Hour with Sainsbury's, making life taste better. Weekday mornings from 9 on Real Radio.
All of my heart.
The Claim Line team are personal injury specialists, and the service they provide is completely free of charge. Call now to find out how Claim Line could help you.
7,222,999. Claim Line, your call for help.
You've won. New message.
Gary, mate, it's Norman. Now, obviously you know about my son's wedding.
Whether you're out on the phone or surfing the net, BT Answer 1571 will take your messages. Just dial 1571 to retrieve them.
He thinks he's not having a stag night. Now, can I leave the arrangements to you?
BT Answer 1571 is absolutely free. To activate, call 0800 003 800. BT, bringing Norman and Gary together. Available on most BT single residential lines.
Hello, madam. Can I tempt you with a taste of these new Findus Cod Crispies? Delicious cod in a crunchy golden coating.
All right, then. Just a taste.
Oh, goodness.
Mum, are you all right?
New Findus Cod Crispies. Crank up the crunch.
Listen, guys, we're going to be a bit strapped for cash until the garage is properly up and running.
Well, we could share the company spanner.
Yeah, share the TV.
Yeah, well, tell you what I'll do. To save on washing the overalls, I could work in a nude for a bit, you know, just go outside, rub the grease off on a wet lawn.
Really? Yeah, well, talking of news, you know that calendar on the wall?
Yeah, it's out of date now.
Yeah, we can't afford a new one. Your sister free at the weekend?
I'll bring my camera.
Yeah, a couple of snaps, we'll just write the date underneath. I think it'd be quite tasteful.
Yeah, of course it will.
When you're starting a new business, you need all the financial support you can get. At Barclays, we can help you get up and running with a range of funding options, such as a business credit card and starter loan.
We could save on electricity. What about if we just work by feel in the dark?
I'd be a bit worried about that. What were you not wearing any overalls? Good point.
For more information and a free startup pack, call 0800 400 170. Barclays, a big world needs a big bank. Calls may be monitored or recorded for training purposes. Nick Abbott, on Real Radio's Late Night Phone App. Call now on 0845 105 2106.
Real Radio.
And like I said before, I probably won't be able to read any of these, because I'm never given my mail, but the email is studio@realradiofm.com. By that I don't mean realradio.fm.com. But you know what I mean. And we've got some from Edinburgh and Leeds and Belfast. I think we're reaching everybody except Wales. Here's one in Bristol. Hello, Harry.
Hello, Nick.
Hurry up, Harry.
How long are you on for, mate?
What, you mean tonight or generally?
Generally.
Leave on after the show on Friday.
Well, that's good, because you're terrible.
I know I am terrible. That's why they're paying me so very much. I'm getting music. Why am I getting music? Hey, Kyle, I'm getting I'm getting Texas down my headphones. What is that? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Back with sound. Here's one in... Why the hell... It's all right. You can relax. I was getting... Somebody's playing Texas in the building, and I was hearing it in my headphones. There are no problems here. Everything's under control. Why, by the way, what is the point of calling somebody to say that they're terrible? I mean, why are you listening? That is what I don't get, is people... And like I've been saying since I started this on Monday, old people, and it's always old people, are very upset when their favourite talk show host goes on holiday. And I've had a lot of really ancient-sounding people calling up and saying, just as I expected, and just as always happens, because I've done this many times before, oh, I don't like you. You're not who I'm used to. Just like if we changed their favourite breakfast cereal, they'd walk around, you know those robots that skim along the floor, and when they come to a wall, they bounce back and turn around and go in the opposite direction? Well, if you put one in a corner, it bounces and bounces and bounces, and it can't get out. That's what they're like. If you change their routine, it's like, oh, what do I do now? Pathetic. But the really weird thing is that they're listening to the show, but professing not to like it. Does anybody understand that? No. Here's a call in Newport. Hello, Nathan.
Hi, mate.
Nathan.
Hang on. You just wanted to know why people's ringing up to say that you were rubbish and that.
Okay, here's the answer.
It's not that you're rubbish, it's just you're not the same as Adrian, like, because you're not doing Who's Your Daddy Now and all that stuff.
Well, of course I'm not, because I'm not him.
I know, but you could still do the Cannibal Nursery rhymes and stuff like that, couldn't you?
No, I don't do other people's acts. But why would you pay somebody to do somebody else's act? That's ridiculous. I do me.
Why are they paying you to come on here then?
Because otherwise there'd be 3 hours of blank space. You can't pay someone to impersonate someone else.
And like you said about the old people, it's not just the old people that listen to it, it's young people as well.
Yeah, I know, but it's only the old people who are calling in whining about me not being somebody else. Ridiculous. Just turn off the radio. Go to sleep. Read a book. Get a life. Here's a call in Sunderland. Hello, Stan.
Hello, Nick.
Stan.
Hello, mate. All right.
I'm all right.
It's just that we're tuning into Sky through the Sky Digital, and it's the first time we've ever found you. All these people moaning about you, saying you're not doing a good show. I've heard you mention a few names before on the radio station. They say it's the first time I've ever heard you. The likes of John Morgan and Adrian Allen. They said a radio station up in Newcastle. And obviously I've listened to you on the Virginal radio station before you came onto this one. Which I must admit, drive time, you had a very, very good show. It's the first time I've heard you do a James Whale bit on the radio.
Oh, wait a minute, stop right there. I'm not doing James Whale. Do me a favour.
He's got a bald head as well. He wants to put some coconut oil on that one as well.
Yeah, I'll send him a vat of it. Okay, this is Real Radio. I'm Nick Abbot, going to be back. It's 0845 1052 106.
Swansea, Newport, Cardiff, 105 to 106 FM. And on DAB. Digital audio across South Wales and the South West. South Wales news leader.
Real Radio, South Wales.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Helen.
South Wales weather.
With Specsavers Opticians, giving you a clearer outlook.
Okay, it's going to be dry, some fairly good clear breaks in the cloud, increasingly cloudy though as the night goes on, heavy rain threatening around the end of the night, 63 the low. A generally cloudy day tomorrow, thundery showers coming in, edging away later in the afternoon. Local torrential downpours are lately. It's back to summer, 66 the high.
Real Radio.
This is the late night phone in with Nick Abbott. Have your say now. Call Real Radio on 0845 105 2106.
The email. I can't be bothered to give the email address out anymore. In a show that's got no gaps in it, you can't actually read them because otherwise it'd be like this. Because you can't speak and read at the same time unless you read it right out on the air, and that would be wrong. That'd be like playing Russian roulette with these people who are pewters. 0845 1052 106. That's the most important statistic. Let's take one in Pembroke Dock. Hello, Lucy.
Hello.
Lucy.
Hi. I'm just phoning because we're on holiday and we've come from London and we've just tuned into your radio station the last couple of nights and listened to your show. And it's really brightened up our holiday because we're so amazed that anyone's listening to someone just be offensive to everyone and sound so miserable and unhappy with his own job, and it's given us a really good laugh. So we just put it in to say thanks.
It's tickled your fancy? 0845 1052 106. Let's take one in Grangetown. Hello.
Hello?
Ted.
Yes. What I'd like to say is not all old people are moaners. I'm 70, my wife's 63, and we listen every night to Adrian Allen. We listen to you this week, and you're just as good as Adrian. If people don't like it, there's a little switch on the side of the radio that they could switch off and do the other thing. But we like it.
And do the other thing?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Whatever they like. There's plenty of other radio programs if they don't like you.
There you go.
But I can't understand why they have the nerve to come on and moan that they don't like you.
It's not just the nerve. It's like, why bother?
Well, that's right.
Why spend the time listening to a show that they pretend not to like?
Well, there you are. It makes me sick. But I thought I'd phone you up and say, not all us old fogies are moaners.
Well, you're the only old geezer that's made any sense on this show. Thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you very much.
0845 105 2106. I'm not miserable. Just because I'm not like one of these happy, shiny, smiley people on the radio, it doesn't mean to say I'm miserable. Just because I don't have this like fake laugh like most DJs do, doesn't mean to say I hate my job. And I don't think that she was seriously saying that anyway. Because it's a laugh, isn't it? You've got to have a laugh, eh? Has one in on the M5. It's a mobile. Let's take him straight away. Hello, Dave.
Hello, mate.
Oh, blimey, too loud.
Right, I mean, this is the first time I've actually listened to you, and this is the first time I've actually listened to this radio station, because, I mean, I don't normally come this way. But tell me if I'm wrong, but do you phone up, tell people, well, tell problems, and then you give a bit of advice, or am I way out of mark?
In other words, you have a problem that you'd like some advice on?
Yes.
Okay, the doctor is in.
Right, my problem, it's a bit of a long one. But I'll try and...
Really, in the male of the species, that's not a problem.
Right, I met my wife when she was 13 and I was 14. I'm 38 now.
Blimey. How many people in your life have you had sex with?
Just my wife.
Oh, are you joking?
No, mate. No.
Oh, that is ludicrous.
Well, anyway... 2 years ago, my mum passed away, and basically our marriage started going through a rocky patch because of that. And now to the basic time, January of this year, because I work nights regular, I found out that my wife had been having an affair.
Right. So you've still only had sex with one person, but your wife, let's say for the sake of decency, hasn't.
Yeah, she's at, well, 2 people now.
Right, now, is it 2 people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know that for sure? No.
No. Well, I hope it's only just the 2 of us now, but anyway. I mean, I've forgiven her, and the reason why I've forgiven her is because we meet being nights. I wasn't there to comfort her because of her mum passing away and that.
Right, you should have bought her a hot water bottle or something.
Well, yeah.
Video recorder.
This so-called friend of mine... was.
Known to the family, yeah.
Yeah.
Always is.
Anyway, she started the affair with him. As I say, I found out in January of this year. We're still together now, but although I've forgiven her, I'm finding it very, very hard
not to kill your friend.
And I just don't know what to do anymore. As I say, we're going to relate.
You need to, have you thought about evening the score?
About what, did you say?
Thought about evening the score?
No, I don't want nobody else.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I mean, it's in your very genes, and I don't mean that's spelled with a J. it's in men's genes to spread it around, and the fact that you only had sex with one person, that makes you some kind of a weirdo.
Yeah, well,
or it makes you a statistical anomaly. Let me put it that way.
Well, I don't know. I mean, when I see my wife when she was, say, she was 13 or 14, I just knew that she was the girl for me.
Yeah, but you know, men are not programmed to only have sex with one person in their entire life. It's just not how we're made.
Well, probably.
You're virtually you're virtually like an honorary woman.
But anyway, that was basically how I stand at the moment. Like, I mean, I look at my wife and think how sexy she looks, and I mean, just to some other people, they might think like, you know, she's a right ugly bugger lot. But to me, I mean, she's like a goddess. And as I say, that's where I am at the moment now. I just can't get it out of my mind.
And how long have you been married?
We've been married 17 years.
17 years, and you still think of your wife as a sexual goddess?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Like you and you alone on the face of this planet. That's a statistic that only applies to you, I think. You are a unique and special man, and she should rue the day that she ever peed you off.
Yeah. I mean, as I say, we're going to relate in that, but I mean, what I want to know is why. But I mean, she keeps saying she doesn't know why.
Why she had sex with somebody else?
Yeah.
Because she could, probably. Because because she wanted it and you weren't available.
Yeah, probably so.
And presumably because she is more. Now, when I use the word normal, I'm only using it in respect to what is more statistically common. She's more normal than you are in that she wants to. You know, have sex, like, try it with other people. To only have sex with one person in your whole life, what are you, like a monk?
No, I just... I probably am weird, I suppose, I don't know.
And so, how long ago did this happen?
January of this year when I found out.
January of this year, all right. So like
she's been having an affair with him...
For how long?
About 3-4 months, all told, like.
And it doesn't even occur to you that you want to go and do it with somebody else, even to get back at her?
No.
To even the score, to put the scale of justice back in your favour?
No, I never thought of that at all.
You're virtually a saint.
But, I mean, I know I'm laughing now, like, but because I'm a lorry driver, I do a lot of crying, because I've got a lot of time to think, like, you know what I mean?
You want to stop listening to that country music, mate. I guess it goes with the job, doesn't it?
But, I mean, I'm actually looking for another job now because of it. So I can, instead of doing nights, like, doing days, so I'm at home, like.
You can keep your eye on her.
Basically, yeah.
Well, you just have to think, would life be worse without her? Because you get very used to somebody over the course of 17 years. So used that you don't really have to talk anymore, which is why a lot of old people you see sitting side by side and they're not communicating at all, but they actually are. I mean, that's when you really know somebody, is when you can sit and just stare in the mid-distance with them and not feel the need to talk a lot. So do you really want to go through that whole process of learning and breaking someone new in? No, of course you don't. So stick with it, and it'll all come out right in the end. Or not. I don't know. I'm not a trained professional. But maybe the relate people know more than I do. It's almost certain. And the best of luck to you, mate.
Okay, thank you very much, Sam.
And keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel. Here's one in Newport. Hello, Tamsin.
Hello.
Tamsin, I recognise that name. Have I spoken to you before this week?
Yeah, last night.
Okay.
You're the person that scared me.
Oh, you were home alone.
Yes, that's right. But thankfully the only strange man I spoke to was you that night.
Now, can I ask you a question about this?
Yeah?
You were left home alone at the age of 14.
Yeah.
Isn't that illegal?
No.
I think it probably is.
It's not.
Well,
yeah, I'm mature for my age.
Well, that's irrelevant. It's like you're 14. I thought you were supposed to have some sort of adult at home. Isn't that... Yeah, really, what are you, a latchkey kid?
No, but it's not like forever. Just occasionally. There's a difference.
Occasionally? Well, for how many hours?
From whenever.
Well, what does that mean, whenever? Well, all night, you mean?
Not very often, but occasionally, yeah.
Now, are you sticking up for your parents now? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. I just think that that's a little bizarre, leaving a 14-year-old alone in a house in the middle of nowhere after she's just watched a scary movie. That
No, I
seems...
wasn't watching the scary movie. I was doing a Ouija board with my friends, and then I got a bit scared.
Well, there you are, you see. That seems like a cruel and unusual punishment. Have you been bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit bad. Okay, now it's becoming clear.
Right, what I want to speak about is, you know that man who's just on? About his wife
Oh, yeah.
having an affair? Well, I found out that my friend was seeing my boyfriend. So do you know what I did? I got a picture of her.
Oh, no.
I posted it on the internet to this site called mingers.com.
Oh, that is appalling. Mingers.com. Dial that one up immediately, Carl.
And she was so upset.
Well, no doubt. Mingers.com? What kind of an organisation is that?
I don't know, it's just like a site for ugly people, but it's a really good revenge tactic. She nearly ended up in therapy. She was so upset.
Oh.
But it was really, really funny. She
Okay.
shouldn't have done that.
Well, good for you. She probably won't do it again.
Oh, hopefully not. And if she learned from that.
Hey, by the way, what happened to the internet last night? Did anything happen at all? Because we had many and various press reports saying it was going to be Armageddon, just like that Y2K thing. Everybody was holding their breath and barricading themselves around their computer, and come 1 o'clock or midnight or whenever the hell it was supposed to happen, guess what? Nothing happened.
No, I didn't notice anything.
I think that that sort of thing is put about by the industry, the computer industry that actually sorts problems like that out, like that whole Y2K thing. What a rip-off that was. People were actually setting up themselves in business to go into companies and sort out their Y2K problem, which, come to find out, midnight on at the end of December was no problem at all. Nothing happened. We were expecting lights to go off and people to get stuck in lifts and planes to come crashing from the sky and radio stations to go off the air and TV stations to explode and videos to burst into flames, and nothing happened. Am I right?
I thought my dad was saying he reckons it's it's generating money for the software people.
Yeah, well, you should listen to your dad. He should have his own talk show.
Nah, he's boring, he talks a lot.
Well, see, no 14-year-old ever thinks that their dad, or their mother for that matter, is worth listening to. They're embarrassing, am I right?
They are, indeed, yeah. You ought to meet them.
And do they drive you to school?
No.
Because you wouldn't want them to drive you to school.
Yeah, I leave after them.
You leave after them, just to make sure that none of your friends ever see you with your parents. I'm right, aren't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're deeply embarrassing individuals, yes? They're so uncool, it's painful.
It is,
What kind of music do they like? I bet they like Afternoon Delight by the Starland Vocal Band.
I don't know who that is.
Try it on them. But they don't like Eminem or NSYNC or whatever the hell it is that 14-year-olds listen to these days.
A1. No, they don't like those.
A1?
Yeah.
Are you joking? A1. Did they do A1? That kind of rings a bell. Did they do this one?
No.
Everybody's got a crazy notion of their own.
I could have sworn that was them.
No, definitely not.
So posters on the wall and, okay, who else? Not that I'm really interested one way or another. Go on, tell me. Lay it on me, baby.
I like A1, NSYNC.
Right, just a lot of insipid boy bands, in other words. It's like, regardless of the music, you just like the way they look, yes? Yes.
Yeah. Call me shallow.
You're shallow. But then you're 14 and you're supposed to be shallow. It's
Yeah,
when you get to
that's
my
what
age,
I
and
said,
it's
yeah.
when you get to my age and you're still shallow, then you know you've got a problem.
The Claim 9 team are personal injury specialists, and the service they provide is completely free. They win thousands of pounds in compensation for victims of assault and people injured in accidents that were of no fault of their own. If you've suffered personal injury in similar circumstances within the last 3 years, and the effects lasted 4 weeks or more, Claim 9 can manage your case from start to finish, both quickly and efficiently. Why not call the Claim 9 team now to find out how Claim 9 could help you?
Leaving school? Got a job that's going nowhere? The Welsh Guards are recruiting now. We offer a salary of £198 per week at age 17, MVQs, a driving licence, short-term contracts, home most weekends, and 6 weeks paid leave every year. For an information pack, call into your local Army Careers office now, or call the Welsh Guards hotline on 07802 851 373. That's 07802 851 373. Army, be the best.
Dad, can we have a barbecue?
I've just got in from work.
Oh, Dad, can we have a barbecue tonight?
Oh no, it looks far too chilly.
Oh.
There are plenty of reasons to have a barbecue. Unfortunately, there are just as many excuses for not having one, but not anymore. Briscoe's have a huge range of gas patio heaters from just £75. Switch one on and take the chill out of an evening barbecue. Briscoe's Gas World at Station Terrace, Ely Bridge, Cardiff. Now you've got no excuse.
This is the Late Night Phone-In with Nick Abbott. Have your say now. Call Real Radio on 0845 105 2106.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm just printing you an email.
Oh no, don't bother printing those.
No?
No, forget them.
Shall I?
Just close them down.
Close them down.
You can't do it, can you? You're doing a tremendous job. Keep it up. 0845 no, what is it? 0845 105 2106. There it is. I knew it would come right in the end. Let's have a call in the Rhondda. Hello, Gwyn.
Hello, is this Nick?
Yes, it is.
Hello, it's Gwyn from Gwyn's Taxis. Nick, don't let him get you down. You're doing a marvellous job.
I'm not letting them get me down. I knew it was going to be like this when I came in. It's the poison chalice to take over any talk show host's job because you know all the people who get really attached to a talk show host, and you've got to wonder what those people are actually like, are going to hate anybody who comes in. So I knew what it was going to be like, and I enjoy the fight.
Yeah, it's good. Well, another thing, Nick, can I wish my friend Shane MacDonald from Welsh Cabs, he just had a very nasty operation.
Yeah?
Yeah, he just had a very nasty, what it is, he'd like people to know now that he wants to be called Shannon from now on.
Yeah, okay. This is the material that Adrian is used to, probably. Here's one in Grangetown. Hello, Dawn. Dawn.
Hello.
Dawn.
Hello.
Turn the radio down, Dawn.
Turn the radio down?
That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, turn the radio down. There you go.
Hello.
What's up, Dawn?
I just want to know what you think about people that meet on the internet.
What do I think about them?
Yeah, do you think they're sad?
No, of course not. It's the same. It's the same. No, who's that?
Oh, that's my friend Claire. You spoke to Claire before.
All right, can you tell us to shut up for me?
Can you shut up? Oh, that's not nice.
Well, I'm speaking to you right now, and she's sticking a great big oar in here. No, what's wrong with meeting people on the internet? It's the same as meeting people in a bar, but there's just
So
less.
you don't think it's sad then?
Just less FaceTime. Of course not. What's sad about that?
Oh, because some people think it's sad. What'd you say, Claire?
She just can't be quiet, can she? She's been on the show already, and it's just
Yeah.
You're in the spotlight now. So you meet people on the internet, yeah?
I met someone on the internet.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, and how did it go? Well, no, wait a minute. So you met them, and
Still going very well.
did they describe themselves before you met?
I've met him as well.
Seriously, you're going to have to tell us to shut up.
You gotta shut up.
I can't talk to two people at the same time.
Okay.
Tell her to leave the room and close the door.
Yeah, but there's more to this story.
Well, first of all,
married.
First of all, let's take it step by step.
Okay.
Did he describe himself on the net?
Yeah.
Now, when you met him,
Yeah.
were there any shocks in store?
No.
So his description was accurate.
Yeah.
Virtually a miracle.
Yeah, but he's married.
Now, did he tell you that beforehand?
Yeah, he did.
Well, and you went ahead and met him anyway.
I know.
Oh no.
So I'm terrible.
Well, you both are terrible. and so did you have your
No.
Huh?
No.
Not so far?
No.
Well, how long has it been going on?
Since
Yes.
March.
Lurid. Since March?
Yep.
You've been sick. Will you tell that woman to shut up? Seriously, I'm going to cut you off.
Claire, shut up. You said he should have cut me off. She don't shut up. Aww.
What is she saying? I've never known anybody who can't contain themselves that much. Who is
It's the
she?
White Lightning.
Who is she even talking to?
Me.
And you're having a conversation with somebody else.
I'm sorry.
Painful.
We both had quite a lot to drink, that's why.
And so, this guy that you're seeing...
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Well, I have only met him once, so...
She just can't stop, can she? Tell her to take a deep breath in. I'll tell her.
Claire, you said take a deep breath in.
I'll tell her when to exhale.
Oh.
So you intend to see him again, yes?
Yes.
Well, this is awful.
It's not awful.
Do you realise how bad this is?
No. It is. No, if you really...
I agree with him. I can't even...
No.
See, now, this annoying woman in the background even agrees with me. And the tone of your voice when you said, but he's married, tells me that you know exactly how bad it is.
I do.
You awful woman, you. You're a homebreaker.
I'm not.
Okay, I cannot talk to two people like this. It's virtually having a conversation with somebody in a bar. Yak, 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 yak in the background. Here's one in Rumney. Hello, Adam. Oh, I've got the wrong fader up. Wait a minute. Adam. Adam. He's listening to the radio and will be with us as soon as he hears what happened 10 seconds ago. Adam!
Hi.
Yes, sir. Turn the radio down.
Ready?
Take all the time you need. It's a live show. Adam.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Okay, great call. Here's one in Weston-super-Mare. Hello, Ray.
Hello there.
Ray.
Hello.
Ray.
Hello, I'm there. Hello.
Is there anybody out there? Yes, Ray, say something other than hello.
I can't hear you.
Okay, good call too. Here's one in Merthyr. Hello, Matthew.
Hi there, Nick.
Matthew.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Listen, just want to say what a great show you got, and you're not to worry about the shadows on that Adrian Allen's jousting site. I've been on it. They're all against you, every bloody one of them.
Adrian Allen's what?
Jousting arena.
What's that?
He's got adrianallen.com.
Yeah.
And what it is, he's got this jousting arena, and you're not flavour of the week.
Well, anybody that dials up adrianallen.com is automatically a fan, so of course I'm not, because I'm taking over his show.
Yeah, but they're a bunch of saddos.
It's talk about stating the bleeding obvious. Of course they don't like me if they're like rabid fans of his, and he's not here anymore.
They just want to get alive.
They're bereft at the moment, and I am in the firing line.
Absolutely.
Of course, obvious. It's, as I've said many times, taking over somebody else's talk show is a poisoned chalice, and especially if you're only going to do it for a week, because nobody has time to get used to you.
You're worse than Satan on there. You are. Saddam Hussein would have a better press than you would.
Well, that's great, and so I'm doing a perfect job, in other words. Because if I just came on here and pretended to be him and did his same act, then what would be the point of that?
Exactly. Just because you haven't got some silly phrase, top man, top totty, or whatever. Blimey, they're just, it's just unbelievable, mate. Unbloody believable. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I thought you're doing a great job and wish you were here longer, like.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Can I say just hello to my girlfriend Karen G and Elaine?
You just did.
Thanks very much.
Karen G and Elaine?
Yeah.
You got
two sweet ladies.
You got two girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have
Hot
you?
totties.
Two girlfriends?
Absolutely.
Well, it's almost that you're making up for the truck driver earlier who's only had sex with one person his entire life. You're spreading it about like a good one. Well done, mate. 0845 105 2106. This is Real Radio. I'm Nick Abbott, whether you like it or not. Here's one in Weston-super-Mare. Hello, Shaky. Shaky?
Good evening, Nick. How are you?
I'm all right.
I'm a friend of Harry's from Bristol. I just wondered when you're on air till.
Who's Harry?
Harry that called you earlier this evening.
I remember nothing about this show.
Well, no, I just wondered when you're on air till, mate.
Is this the setup to a joke? I'm on air till 1 o'clock. Oh, well, then I'll tune back then.
No, not particularly. How long for?
Well, that would be just 1.5 hours. Is that the same question again?
Very funny. No, I'd just like to pick up on something I heard you say over the last couple of nights, that anyone that didn't like you was over 80 or drunk. I mean...
No, I didn't say that. I said that they're old people who are calling in. Good God, is this all we're going to talk about now? The first show was about death, and suicide. And then ever since then, it's just been, I might as well sit back and fold my arms, and callers who like me can fight it out with the callers who don't. Doesn't anybody have anything else to talk about? Good grief, it's like, oh yes it is, oh no it isn't. It's like we're doing topics here. If you actually want me to do, what do you think about the NHS? Or all of that kind of crap, and then you can do your, oh yes it is, oh no it isn't, then let's do that. But that's not the kind of radio I want to do. Think of something else to say other than I like you or I don't like you. Okay, it's like, we understand there's two sides to the argument. We've heard it. Good grief. Get off it. Here's one in Abbot. Hello, Nicola.
Hiya.
Nicola.
First of all, I want to say how nice it is not to fiddle with my aerial to tune you in.
Okay.
Not you, personally, but real radio.
Oh, because you're listening to us on Sky?
Yeah.
Great. We seem to have taken off on Sky just like through the roof. We've only been on there a couple of days, and there's like everybody and their dog is listening to us on Sky.
Well, it should have been the first day today. So I was told.
I thought we snuck under the. I thought we'd been on there for a couple of days. I think this
No,
is
you haven't.
The official launch, but yeah.
The official launch didn't happen.
Didn't it?
No.
So everything normal, all screwed up?
As usual.
Yeah, but we're on there now.
Yeah.
It's almost a reason for a celebration, isn't it? Hallelujah.
Yeah. Pardon?
I said hallelujah.
Exactly.
So anyway, what's up, Nicola?
Nothing, I just want to say how nice it was to tune and listen. I was having a fiddle with the epoxy aerial. And I gotta be honest, if people listen on real, it was nice not to phone and to be criticised.
You kind of lost me there. What was that you said? Say it in, like, words in a different order. What?
It was nice to phone.
Yeah.
And not to be criticised before you even have the questions fired at you.
Are you saying that it's nice that I didn't criticise you?
No, not me.
Oh, me?
Anybody that I've listened to this evening.
Yeah. I'm still kind of lost. What are you saying?
Well,
I'm trying to understand you, but I can't.
Anybody who listens regular will know that Adrian will go through the roof.
About?
Anything.
I'm still. I'll try one more time to understand what it is you're saying.
He seems to put you down in the world.
Who does?
Adrian.
He puts you down?
Yeah. Not just me.
Yeah.
Anybody. And
you're saying that I don't do that?
Well, so what I've listened to so far, no.
Wow. he must be really bad. He's a very bad man.
I'm glad I'm ex-rec, because nobody can phone me now later.
There you go. Thanks a lot. 0845 1052 106. Let's have Ross on Y. Hello, Ricky.
Hi there.
Hey, Ricky, you're so fine. You're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Ricky.
It's Ricky from Ross on Y.
How alliterative.
Yeah, it'd be even worse if I was Jonathan Wass from Wass on Y, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
I'd be a Wowdy Webble and a Wobber and a Wapis.
Oh, man, you've been thinking up this material all night.
Yeah, I have. No, I haven't phoned about that anyway, and at least I'm not one of the people who hates you. What I'm phoning about is Helen from Big Brother. I haven't got a television, but I did see it a couple of times on a friend's TV, and I saw a certain tabloid paper today. Oh.
I bet he was calling on a mobile phone. It's a brand new technology, and it really is making great strides in the art of communication, isn't it? I hate those things. I came down here with a mobile phone, and the luxury accommodation that I am living in has neither a washing machine nor a phone. How can a flat not have a phone? That just is mystifying to me. So I've been using my mobile all night, and I feel like I've grown a tumour. I stick that thing to the side of my head for more than 5 minutes, and it just really heats up, which is one of the reasons why I never use a mobile phone. I only ever have it for, texting, or somebody will call you, and you'll say, call me at home, or here's a number that I'm on, call me on a landline. because it actually does. It's painful when you stick it to the side of your head. And these people that use it so frequently, I just can't imagine how you do it. Don't you understand what you're doing to yourselves? You're killing yourselves. Here's Swansea. Hello, Robert.
Hello?
Unless, by the way, mobile phone companies are advertising with this station, in which case it's perfectly safe. Go ahead and make a call. It's good to talk. Yes, Robert.
Hello, I want to talk about Elvis.
Elvis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elvis Presley, you know, the king of rock and roll?
Of course.
Right, I got him tattooed on my arms. And obviously with the sun shining, I'm stripped off. And everybody say, why have you got him on your arms?
Yeah, why have you got him on your arms?
Because I love the guy. The guy was superb music.
Now, have you only got Elvis tattooed on your arms, or you have other tattoos?
I haven't got no girls' names, no nothing, not even the wife.
And how does, is it just the word Elvis, or have you got his face?
No, I got his head, body, flowers.
Now, his body?
Yeah.
His body, which era? His body in the Las Vegas hamburger era?
I got the early 70s.
Svelte and early 70s, so he was like a balloon in that period.
No, he was not.
Of course, he looked like he'd eaten a space hopper. Are you joking?
Now, come on, boy, give me a break.
You've got Fat Elvis tattooed on your arm?
Do you like Elvis?
Well, I'm not a nut about Elvis, but how can you not like Elvis Presley?
Thank you very much. Now, what music... I mean, when you talk Elvis, what sort of Elvis records do you listen to?
The early Elvis. Sun
right.
Records, not that Vegas
Sun
period.
Records?
Sun Records, Elvis.
Oh, that's all right, Mama.
Oh, please don't start singing.
No. Do you like him?
Is this the same question that you just asked me? Yes, I like him, but the early, not the late Vegas, when he was like this fat, bloated, ridiculous figure of a man. Not that period.
He had a hell of a life.
I can't believe that you got Fat Elvis tattooed on your arm. That's ridiculous.
No, he had a hell of a life.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, he was depressed.
He was depressed. Yeah, well, he probably caught his reflection in the mirror every now and again. It would depress anybody.
Oh, come on, Nicky, give me a break.
So how far does this obsession run? Elvis, I mean, you've got like his... Okay, go ahead, tell us. What does your flat look like?
No, I'm in a house with my wife.
Yeah.
We got a spare bedroom, which I wanted to turn into...
A shrine.
Correct.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't let me.
Well, good for her. You nutcase you.
Thank you, Nick. But so basically, things I got in boxes.
Like what?
I got a full sheet of stamps, which was brought out in Canada.
Now they had they released a set of Elvis stamps in America, and they had the American population vote on whether they wanted early Elvis or late fat and bloated Elvis with the big collars and that ridiculous rhinestone extravaganza that he had going.
They had early Elvis,
and they all voted as one for early Elvis.
Right,
which was the correct answer. You had Fat Elvis tattooed on you. That's
fair enough.
I mean, if you'd had Thin Elvis tattooed on you, as you got older and fatter, he would have become 70s Elvis. Then you could have covered both, things in one go.
Anyway, getting back to what you asked, I got the Memphis, Tennessee newspaper on the day he died, or should I say the following day, which was brought out.
How did you get hold of that?
Friends of mine went to America.
Right.
And they got it for me.
Did they go to America specifically because Elvis had just died?
No, they were in America at the time.
Okay.
The stamps, friends of mine went to America and got them for me. Well, no, I say America, Canada.
And have you been to Graceland?
I have not. Do you know, I'm 47 years old, right? My wife has promised me that she's going to take me to see the grave on my 50th, and I hope it comes true. Because that would be my life in a nutshell.
Emphasis on the word nut.
Yeah.
And so you get really upset when people look at you and think, oh, and I guess they kind of think, what a loser.
Yes.
Because you've got Fat Elvis tattooed on you.
Correct. But I don't care.
But you don't consider yourself to be like a loser or a failure.
Oh, far from it. No way.
And where is it tattooed on you?
all the way down my left arm, and I got a little one a day after he died. The day after, I had a little one done on my right arm.
Now, when you say all the way down,
Yeah.
how far?
Well, from the shoulder.
Yeah.
All the way down to just below the hand.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
You got a tattoo that goes all... a tattoo of what?
Elvis. All the way down the arm.
An image of Elvis?
Yeah, it's there.
So his feet are where your hand is, and his head...
It's all the way down.
Up by your shoulders?
It's all the way down.
Well, before I pass judgment on this, I want to be absolutely clear what we're talking about, okay?
Right.
So his feet are on your hands.
Sorry?
His feet are on your hands, and his head is up where your shoulder is. Is that right?
The head is up just past the centre of the arm,
Yeah.
and then it goes all the way down to just above the hand itself.
And so what is on your hand? What part of Elvis is on your hand? I hesitate to ask.
It's not. It doesn't go onto the hand. It's just stops before the hand.
Oh, okay.
At the bottom of the hand, it's got his heart has died.
By your wrist, you mean?
Yes, his heart has died, and his music still beats.
Right. And there's no regrets on your...
Oh no, I do not. People say to me, "Do you regret having it?" No way. I do not regret having it done whatsoever.
Oh man, you are a true professional. You talk this song up like you've been doing it your whole life. You're crazy for feeling. I think you feel too much.
I feel... Well, funny enough you should say that, because, you know, whenever I get, you know, come on, everybody does it. They get a bit uptight, they get a bit depressed. The wife will know when I'm depressed, because I'll put Elvis on. And he brings me out of it.
So it's not Elvis that makes you depressed. Elvis brings you out of it.
Yeah.
He brings happiness back into your life.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, well listen, thanks for giving us a little insight into your weird and bizarre life.
Just one thing I want to say.
Go on.
You're doing a bloody good job, boy, and carry on.
Okay, please don't say the word bloody on the air.
The Real Radio Breakfast Show.
Excellent.
Your morning's bound to be more traumatic than mine, hasn't it?
With Ken Thorne, World of Cars.
It's got a good variety of music.
I've been in here now for an hour, and she's had a face like you know what.
Wake up to the used car revolution.
I like the chatty bit. Is that totally true, Terry, or will the lightning strike yet?
Back tomorrow morning from 7.
The school holidays are here.
Make them fun and get out on a half-price Virgin Value fare. A Bristol to Newcastle return is from £20. Selected trains and conditions apply, subject to availability. You must travel off-peak and book in advance only at virgin.com/trains or by calling 08457 222 333.
Mother, will you please button it?
Virgin Trains is a part of the National Rail network. National Rail. It's time to return.
When you're looking for the best deals, where do you start looking? It doesn't matter where you start. Chances are you'll end up at Baglan Car Centre. They've been providing people with vehicles for over 30 years, so they know a good deal when they see one. Now, who would you want to deal with?
With these prices, there's only one choice. Baglan Car Centre have the complete Ford car collection from just $6,495 and the new 5-door Ford Mondeo Z-Tech diesel with metallic paint for just $13,495.
Need we say more? If you know what you want, you know where to go. And people who know about cars go to Baglan Car Centre at Swan Road, Baglan, and Newport Road, Cardiff, opposite Colchester Avenue.
It's the little things that make a difference, the things that make us who we are. So if you're the kind of person who can take the time to care for others, Cullen Health want you. Nurses looking for agency work can find shift work, as well as regular and specialist positions, including psychiatric work. Whatever your grade, however many hours you want to work, if you're the kind of person that can make a difference, Cullen Health can help. For more information, call 01685 870 500. Cullen Health. When it comes to nursing, we can make a difference.
Nick Abbott on Real Radio's Late Night Phone-In. Call now on 0845 105 2106.
I can't put it. I couldn't put it better if I said so myself. Here's one in Rhondda. Hello, Lorraine.
Hello.
Lorraine? Well, is this like a boy named Sue? Lorraine? You cannot be Lorraine. I'm going to put you back on hold. or cut you off entirely, because I don't actually know how to do that. How do you put somebody on hold on this, Carl? He's got no idea. Let's have one in Newport. Hello. Hayley.
Hello.
Hayley.
Hello. Are you exhausted yet?
No, this is what I do for a living. I'm like a long-distance runner.
Okay, can I exhaust you now? I got some jokes for you.
I don't do jokes.
Oh, go on.
Well,
You'll laugh at them.
I doubt it. You know, because I've sat doing this for so many years, and every now and again people will say, I've got a joke for you, it's really funny. But it never is, because you're not a comedian, and the whole thing about jokes is timing. I mean, look at Tommy Cooper or all of the greats. They don't necessarily have to say anything that's really funny. It's the way they say it that makes it funny. Are you a professional?
No, but I can make people laugh.
In what way?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, think. When was the last time that somebody had a really good laugh?
Well, today probably, because I do make people laugh, especially when I'm drunk.
Oh, no. And so everybody around you is also drunk? And would find anything funny, like the the menu.
Shut up and give me a chance, then. Right? You listening?
No, I don't do jokes. Well, because it might not be funny. What is the point of having somebody who's not funny to try to do a joke?
But you might appreciate it.
Might. Now wait a minute. You're backing down. First of all, it is funny and everyone will laugh, and now it's a might.
Yeah, but if you give people a chance.
How long is this joke?
Well, it's a quick two-line one, and if you like it, I've got a lot more.
Okay, a quick two-liner.
You ready?
As I will ever be.
Right. Why is the space between a woman's breast and her hips called a waist?
Now, already, alarm bells are ringing in my mind. I don't think that I want to hear the answer to that.
That's okay. You can.
Well, now, how do you know? I don't think that the answer to that is probably anything that we can broadcast.
I'm going to tell you anyway.
No, wait. You can speak as long as you like. I don't think I want to hear it. Why is the space between a woman's breast and her hips a waist? It sounds like deeply sexist for a start. Carl, can you take this this call back? Which show are you listening to? Are you listening to me now? Can you take this call back? Ask what the punchline is, and then maybe we'll put her back on again. How do I send her back to you? She's on line 1. Will I press it again? You got her? We have no ability to do that at this time. I have to press hold again. All right, I pressed it. There it is. Gone. All right, never mind. Let's have one in the Rhondda again. No, it was the same person on a different line. How weird. Warminster. Hello, Pauline.
Hello.
Just tell me one thing, Pauline.
Yeah.
Tell me that you don't have any jokes for me.
No.
Perfect.
No. But I only had one thing to say when I come on. But now, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk about 3 things that's been on.
Well, let's take one thing and see how it goes.
Okay, then. The woman that was on, that I met a fella on the internet.
Yeah.
A married man.
Yeah.
And she knew he was a married man.
Mm-hmm. Here it comes.
Sorry?
Here it comes. Go on.
Well.
It was wrong, wrong, wrong.
Slapper, slapper, slapper.
Now,
no.
wait a minute. Are you saying slap her or slap her?
If I could, I would.
Right.
Because it's women like that that encourage married men. And when it's on a plate for a man, which it obviously is with her, they're going to take it.
You know as well as I do that men don't need encouragement.
Well, I know. No. But I mean, if it wasn't offered as freely as she was offering it, you know, maybe it wouldn't be there for him.
She should be more expensive? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying she should have more respect for her body, yeah. If she can't find a nice single fella with lots of money that can treat her and spoil her, why have the second-hand one?
Well, wait a minute. Now, what, do you understand how... if I had said that women should go out and look for men who have got loads of money to spoil them, that would be considered to be deeply sexist. Why shouldn't the woman have loads of money and spoil the man?
Exactly, yes. But why spoil a married man?
Right, you should get...
Or why should a man spoil a married woman?
Yeah, but it's surely the man. The man is the one that's at fault here. Because he's the one that's breaking the rules, no?
Do you know?
She's not under any rules. He is. He's the one that stood on the in front of the
yes.
the vicar and said,
yes.
you know,
I've just had a conversation with my 20-year-old daughter, and she has just said exactly the same thing as you.
Right.
The man is already committed. Yes, but if these women didn't make it so easy and made it harder for married men, surely when you know somebody is married, you stay away.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do, it doesn't matter how hard they make it. If a man wants to do it, then he's going to go ahead and find it, wherever it might be. It doesn't matter how hard you make it. It's, you know, the prize at the end is worth the journey. Am I right?
Well, yeah, I suppose, but...
Yeah. Anyway, thing number
she's still
two.
a flapper. And do you know the other girl that was on talking to the 14-year-old?
Oh, blimey. Don't say anything bad about her. Go on.
She's been on Adrian's show so many times she's banned.
Right. Well, I'm not Adrian. She can. I'm banning Adrian's regulars, and all the regulars that he's banned are.
Are coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she offered him sex on the phone.
Okay, well that's an avenue I don't wish to go down.
Right. Okay. But anyway, just thought I'd tell you that he's banned her, and the Elvis guy. Fantastic.
You like the Elvis guy?
Oh yes. No, I didn't like the Elvis guy, but Elvis.
Oh, Elvis.
He's the king of rock and roll.
Do you have any tattoos?
Oh no, but I've got a son that's 36, and he is so much into Elvis, that guy reminded me of him.
Scary.
He hasn't got any tattoo. Oh no, you can't say that. That's the best man that ever walked this earth. He is the king.
Wait a minute, how long has this guy been dead? It's like, what, 20 years now?
Well, yeah, it just goes to show how good he was, doesn't it? Because people still remember him.
But to be that obsessed about somebody who wasn't even at his peak for like 40 years, that just seems a little weird.
No, but why? He was so good.
It's like being still obsessed by Bing Crosby. Are you a Bobby Soxer?
A what?
It's like still being like screaming at the memory of Frank Sinatra. It's just a little bit nuts.
Well, no, it's not. I mean, my sister's obsessed with Bob Marley, and he's kicking up daisies. But these people bring you happiness.
Happiness, that's what it's all about.
Oh, you are. Here's Ken coming out.
Yeah. 08451. Ken, now that's what he should have tattooed on his arm. That and amongst other things. Let's have one in Bridgewater, as we rapidly run out of time in this hour. Hello, John.
Dear boy, dear boy. Why'd you go on about Adrian Allen? He's just such a fine chap, you know.
Why do I go on about him?
Yes, you said everyone's against you, and you're running Adrian Allen down. He's a fine man. What? Lovely show.
I'm not running Adrian Allen down. What are you talking about?
I just heard you say it. Dear boy, come on, you...
So,
you know,
wait a minute, wait a minute. Stop saying dear boy. You sound like a...
You're not in the same class as him.
I'm not in the same class? What,
no.
Are we in school now? Oh, blimey. Woodwork squeaks and out come the freaks. Here's one in a place that I'm definitely going to pronounce wrong. Pontlanfraith.
That was a very good attempt.
Go on then. What is it?
Pontlanfraith.
I wouldn't. If you held a gun to my head, I wouldn't be able to pronounce that. Not even after you said it.
You made a very good attempt.
Pontlanfraith.
You had more joy with that than you did with Pen of Wine last night.
Yeah. Okay. Bonzo. Is that your Bonzo?
Bonzo, yeah.
What kind of a name is Bonzo? Bonzo?
That's my nickname.
Okay.
I got it after John Henry Bonham from Led Zeppelin.
Oh.
I used to be a drummer as well, you see.
One of the best, and he hit the skins more aggressively than I think anybody in the history of drumming.
Well, I tried to emulate him. I didn't quite get there, but I'm still alive. There we go.
All of the drummers in the world have tried to emulate that man, and still no one's succeeded.
You had a fine sense of insyncopation.
And he was loud. That was the point.
Yeah. But I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's your query, sir?
How does it feel to be living your worst nightmare?
Were you asking me that?
Yeah.
As though I'm living my worst nightmare?
Yeah.
How do you know what my worst nightmare is?
Well, apparently, when you were on a different station, you said that your worst nightmare would be doing a talk show on a commercial regional radio station.
I said that?
Yeah.
I specifically said commercial? That doesn't sound like anything I would say. Why would that be a nightmare? It's what I do for a living.
Well...
Okay, good call. Stranger and stranger. It's now let me just check here. It's not a full moon tonight, Carl, right? Saturday it's coming up. Okay. Let's take one. I think that these the nuts are getting their call in now to avoid the rush later. Manford. Hello, Chris.
Hello?
Chris.
Hello?
Here we go with the hellos again. Yes, Chris.
Hello?
Say hello one more time and you're gone.
Hello!
How about Huddersfield? Yes, Gavin.
Hi there.
Gavin.
Hey, Nick. And hello, South Wales. I'm learning a lot about South Wales at the moment listening to you. It's funny listening to another local radio station, isn't it? When you're all up in West Yorkshire. Anyway, I wish these people had stopped slagging you off. It's really doing my head in. I mean, I don't want to get protective or anything like that, but I mean, you know, it's just ridiculous. Why are they listening?
Well, that's...
And why are they comparing you to someone else?
That's the weird thing, is that they're listening. And they will say, you know, I've been listening to you all week, and I've been listening for 2 hours tonight, and you know what? I don't like it. And I'm thinking, what? That doesn't make any sense. If you didn't like it, if you actually didn't like it, then you'd turn it off. But they seem to be stuck with the radio, stuck listening with something they actually don't like. So obviously they do like it. Obviously they do find it fascinating, like a car crash, or for whatever reason they're actually continuing to listen. So it's not as bad as they're making out. But you know, once one person calls and says I don't like it, then you get a whole wave of them.
Yeah, it's as if there's not other radio stations out there. You know, it's like if you watch another DIY program on the television, you know, you just switch it off, don't you? Just like, oh, don't want to watch that. There's a lot of talk about meeting people on the internet, and I really don't recommend it out of, you know, personal experience. Okay, well, we're going to have to hear it. I befriended a woman on the internet, got quite into it. I really, really fell for her, sort of thing.
Now, wait a minute, you fell for... Did you see an image of this woman?
That's the thing, no, I didn't, but it was a personality thing. It's really hard to explain, but I just really clicked. How can you tell somebody's personality through their touches on a keyboard? I never could understand it.
That.
Was a music thing. I mean, we're into the same sort of music, and I don't know, we just really clicked. And everything, well, from what she told me about herself, I felt, you know, I felt really close to her. But anyway, that's the side. I don't understand it myself, and it's really hard to explain to someone else.
But now you're saying that from your experience, it doesn't work. So did you actually meet her in the end?
Well, what happened was, she said, "Let me make you a compilation tape." So I said, "All right, here's my address." You know, thinking, oh, she'll never, you know, do anything daft. And I used to do hospital radio in Leeds, and I came back from hospital radio at about 11 o'clock at night. And she says, will you give me a ring on the mobile? So I ring her up on the mobile, and she says, right, Gavin, I don't want to upset you or anything. I was like, okay, you know, what's going to happen? She says, I'm actually outside your house right this very moment. Oh, no! Yeah, in the car. She's come all the way from, well, far away, let's say.
And she was wearing a wedding dress at the time.
No, but so she says, look, I can go if you want me to, but I'm outside. I was like, you what? My mum's downstairs doing the ironing or watching TV, so I said, right, just stay there, put the phone down, ran outside. She came out of the car, and
you took one look at her and thought...
I mean, she was actually very nice, but I mean, what a psycho thing to do, you know?
Very weird. Scary. Well, then the nutcase in this story is you for giving someone you didn't know your address. Are you insane?
It's not going to happen ever again, but I just want to, you know, put my, you know, I want to give as much advice as I can to everybody else listening, because don't do it. I mean, you know, there's some nuts out there. I mean, have you seen Coronation Street, you know?
Well, no, I haven't, so I don't know what you're talking about. But there are some nuts out there, but if you follow some very simple rules, then it should be safe.
Yeah.
And it's got to be it's got to be a good way to meet people, because a lot of people find it very difficult to meet people because, you know, they're either in a job that they're not surrounded with many people that they actually like. And, you know, a lot of people in that position, you work with people that you wouldn't ever want to meet outside work. And how else do you meet somebody? You know, it's fairly easy when you're in college or university and school and so on, but as you get older, the amount of people that you know, they kind of falls to the wayside, because everybody has kids and they move away and so on and so forth. So I think the internet is a great step forward in bringing people closer together, but you've got to follow some simple rules. Never, ever, ever give your home address out.
Never.
Ever, at all.
I was very naive, and, you know, big mistake. And everybody makes mistakes, and it will not happen again. I feel really daft telling you about it, but it happened, you know, and, just don't go there, kids.
Well, I can understand that, you made an innocent mistake. It wasn't like you're saying, come over my house, I'm ready and waiting. You said, send me a compilation tape. But that's something you'll never do again. But, if it seems fairly obvious, but people just seem to make this mistake all the time. If you're going to meet somebody from the internet in person that you think you've got to know, then do it in a public place.
Yeah.
And more than that, take a mobile phone with you and have someone call you half an hour after you're supposed to meet them as a get-out clause.
Yeah.
So you take the call and you say, I'm really sorry, but I have to go.
Yeah.
Or if they're, a bit of all right and you fancy your chances, say, that was just, my mate.
Yeah.
No problem. Is it my round?
Yeah.
Okay, these simple rules will
save your life.
Serve you well, young man. Yeah, there you go. And never make that mistake again. 0845 105 2106.
How would you like to be Real Radio's Workplace of the Day? Each day on Chris Moore's show, one South Wales company is our official Workplace of the Day. And at the end of the week, you can win £50 of fantastic Greggs food. There's also the chance to win Real Radio goodies and mountain bikes every month on the Workplace of the Day with Greggs, South Wales #1 for great tasting sandwiches and savouries. Businesses across South Wales are waking up to something new. It's business that works. It's advertising that's powerful.
My name's Gareth Evans and I'm the operations manager for TrackSafe UK. The staff we were looking for were railway orientated personnel, but we also looked at the unskilled labour that we could actually train. We had a very, very good response with regards to the initial first 2 days of the advert. TrackSafe UK was on the air for 2 weeks, and in that period we had over 350, 400 phone calls. The response from the advert has been absolutely phenomenal, and we're now looking for further investment in Real Radio.
Great business is about partnerships that work. Become one of ours. Call the Real Radio sales team on 02920 315 100. This is the Late Night Phone-In with Nick Abbott. Nick Abbott. Call Real Radio on 0845 105 2106. Real Radio. Swansea, Newport, Cardiff, 105 to 106 FM. And on DAB. Digital audio across South Wales and the South West. South Wales News Leader. Real Radio, South Wales.
It's midnight.
South Wales weather. With Specsavers Opticians, giving you a clearer outlook.
Quite dry tonight. Clear breaks and so on and so forth. Heavy rain threatening around the end of the night. South-east winds will back northwesterly. Why anybody would want to know that, I have no idea. Tomorrow, a generally cloudy day, thundery showers edging away later in the afternoon. 68 the high tomorrow.
Real Radio.
Okay, there seems to be some confusion. God knows why. I seem to have been saying it over and over and over again. I'm here for 1 week and 1 week only, and Adrian is back on Monday. Why would anybody be confused about that? Mystery. You can call me Mr. Fide. Here's one in Chepstow. Hello, Robert.
Hello there.
Robert.
I'd like to say that woman who said that Elvis was the greatest man that ever walked this earth, I'd very much doubt that. I'd say, where would he be in 2,000 years' time? Will he still be heard of? I doubt.
Oh, come off it. Elvis?
Elvis, yeah. I should say Jesus Christ has got the edge on him, but I'm not a religious nutter, don't worry. But I just think that's sad to say that Elvis was the greatest man that ever walked this earth.
Well, I think she was, I don't think she actually meant, if she had sat down and thought about it, then she wouldn't have said that, but she was just trying to make a point, that's all. She just loves Elvis. Don't get excited, it's nothing to get worried about. She's just an Elvis fan. Blimey. Jesus beats Elvis. What is this, like a card game now? How about one in Ammanford? Hello, Chris. Chris.
Hello.
Chris.
Hello.
Yes, Chris.
Oh, it's Chris here from Ammanford.
Yeah, Chris in Ammanford. That's what I said, yes.
Yeah. I'd like to talk about my divorce.
You'd like to talk about your divorce?
Yeah.
Oh, Blimey. What would you like to...
Why, blimey?
Why, oh, blimey? You want to talk about your divorce? What
Yeah,
about your
well-
divorce would you like to share with all of the south of Wales and everybody else that's listening to us on Sky?
Mrs. Joyce Guy, anyway, and I got 1 Charles 896.
Don't you think that that's a little bit personal to be sharing with so many people? You want to talk about your divorce? Why?
I mean, why? Well, I thought, you know, what does it do? Shall I find somebody else now?
Yeah, there you go. Find somebody else. Walsall. Hello, Robert.
Hello, Nick. How are you today?
I'm all right.
Good. I read this poll in a newspaper that I wouldn't like to name this morning. It's an unofficial poll that didn't really happen, but 5% said that you'll last the whole week without getting sacked.
A newspaper? What newspaper?
Oh, well, I can't name it.
Why not? Because it
So
doesn't.
I just
because
can't.
because it doesn't exist.
Because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, there you go. Let's have the Rhonda. Hello, Ray.
Hello.
Yes, Ray.
Hey, but listen now, honest to God, whatever they've been talking about you tonight, right? You are fantastic. You're not as good as the other guy, but I go with them out with my kids, right? They're 6 and 7, right? And we sit over there, we listen to real radio, right? And we didn't even really know, right, that you was a different guy for about 10 minutes. You
Yeah,
are fantastic.
We sound so
honest
alike.
to God.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you don't talk about sport and all, but fair play to you. You are fantastic, and I don't care whatever nobody else says. And you're straight as well. You're straight as a die.
Right. Well, that's an unsolicited testimonial.
But no, honest to God, I can't understand why somebody got something against you. You are, I do know, the other guy is good. We go to the mountain, me and my kids, right? We live in Trebarna, we go to the mountain about 3 times a week. We sit over there, and I have a couple of beers, obviously my kids don't.
No kidding.
And we go about 100 yards away. I always put real radio on. I listen to Cardiff City on real radio. But I tell you what, right? You are absolutely...
Fantastic. Yeah, I think I heard it the first time. Let's have the mountain people like me. Here's one in Swansea. Hello, Mal.
Hello, Nick.
Mal.
How are you, sir? About the internet talking.
Pardon?
About the internet.
The internet.
I'm meeting people on the internet.
Yeah, I love, by the way, that story that this red worm thing, or whatever the hell it's called, that the FBI were alerting the whole world that the entire internet was going to crash to the ground, has affected, guess how many? 15 sites.
15 websites.
One of them in this country. That's pathetic. I mean, that's as many as would fall down anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Meeting people on the internet. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's, as long as you're sensible, I think it's a wonderful thing where you can meet people. I've met my girlfriend on the internet, and it's, you know,
well,
she's American.
Yeah, the internet is a fantastic tool for people to use, and to say that it's sad to meet people on the internet is a ridiculous thing to say. It's just the same as saying it's sad to meet people in bars. Of course it isn't. You meet people wherever you can. It's just that on the internet, because it's very easy to lie on it, you just follow a few simple, logical, common sense rules. Yeah.
Well, I went to visit a lot of my friends from the internet in the States, and well, I came back with practically a wife, you know.
So
wife to be.
Wife to be. So you're going to get married to someone you met
on the internet.
On the internet.
Yeah.
Well, Bill Gates certainly does have something to celebrate, doesn't he? Let's have one in Cardiff. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
Alex.
How are you doing, mate? All right. I'd
All
just
right.
like to say that you're a breath of fresh air, mate.
A breath of fresh air. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Give it to him straight and tell him the truth.
Oh, the smell of it. Mhm.
Quick question. This business about charging people £5 in London to get into the city centre,
Yeah.
apparently it's going to spread to every major city.
Where did you read that?
Well, I mean, I heard that Birmingham were thinking of taking it on as well, and if it succeeds, Cardiff will do the same, I believe.
Probably a very good idea. I wholeheartely support it.
Do you really?
Well, I don't know about Birmingham because I've only ever passed it on the motorway. God, what a hideous place that is. Well, and seriously it is. Apparently it's nice in the centre, but if you pass Birmingham on the motorway, it's probably the ugliest place outside of the Eastern European bloc.
I don't know, I keep getting lost in a Spaghetti Junction place up there, so I never bother with the place.
Yeah, exactly. Just never bother with it.
But
the only good thing about Birmingham, as far as I can see, is the roads that drive over it. Although, as I say, I have heard that people who live there say that there are nice pockets of it, but when you drive past, it just looks terrible. But no, a very good idea. Keep people from driving in London. Because London's the place I know the best. Cardiff is not so bad by a long chalk. Although the people who run the car parks certainly are coining it in, aren't they?
Oh, big time, let me tell you. Okay, I can understand what they're saying with London because of the congestion, but I really don't think that places like Cardiff and everything else, which will jump on the bandwagon, should be doing it.
What interests me, what I find comical about driving around this area is how I haven't seen one person speed or even get close to the posted speed limit since I've been here. Everyone has been cowed into driving at least 5 miles under the speed limit. And I know you've got the signs every 5 yards that say that there are cameras pointing at you. I don't think I've actually seen a camera yet, but the signs are many and various. They're everywhere. It's like a forest of them. And,
yeah, there's paranoia.
Yeah, well, yeah, everyone is paranoid. They've been the population has been cowed by this. And you drive down the motorway, and everyone's going 60. And I'm zooming by them, thinking, is my speedometer actually running right?
No, they got good reason to, my friend. They've got like neat little vans with windows that go up and down, and they park them in places where you'd least expect them, and the next thing you know, you're zapped.
Yeah, I've read in the local press that they're making hundreds of thousands of pounds a year by nicking people who are going a couple of miles an hour over the speed limit around here.
Oh, they're coining it in, but these little vans, they're not easy to find, but you can spot them simply because there's no reflection on the one window, because it's wound down.
So you might not know that, because when you get caught by one of these roadside cameras, it flashes at you, and then your heart sinks, and you know that you've been got.
Correct.
So you might be caught without actually knowing it.
Oh, I mean, I've been done twice by them, simply with just a letter in the post saying that it's you. So you try to blag them by saying you don't know who was driving.
It's like winning the national lottery in reverse, isn't it? It's you.
Let me tell you. Well, I went in to see the cameras because I disputed the one because the photograph had no resemblance to me whatsoever. But when I saw the video evidence, believe me, it's like watching a movie.
What
it's incredible.
Like a really boring movie.
It's really boring. But
apart from it's really scary right at the end. Yeah.
You're thinking, oh, here we go, I'm busted.
Yes.
But no, it's from behind. Okay, I think you've got a chance because it's a picture of the back of somebody's head, so you can sort of hopefully blag it. But if they catch you from the front with this van, then it's a video. There's just no way of getting away from it.
Yeah, you're going down, my son, like a submarine. I've been driving around in a company car. So by the time that the speeding fines come in, I'm going to be long gone. They're going to be piling up on the doormat here like bills, like credit card bills. They'll be virtually fighting their way through reception. There's going to be huge amounts of them, but I'll be disappeared. Here's one in Cardiff. Hello, Ian.
Hello.
Ian.
Ha
ha! Let's go to somebody else in Cardiff. Darren. Darren is speeding at the moment, and will be with us as soon as he's overtaken whatever's in front of him.
How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, Darren.
Yeah, good. Am I on the air?
It's yeah, it sounds like you. Now, are you listening to the radio right now? You're going to have to turn it off, because otherwise you won't be able to speak.
Yeah, it's off. The off. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, how you doing? Yeah, just to say, I think things need to be sparkled back a bit. You know, when's Adrian coming back? It's a bit dull at the moment.
Sparkle, is that why you're listening right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's listening right now because it's dull. What is it with these people? On and on and over and over and over. And they hear one say it and say, oh, I can say that on the radio. Won't that be amusing? Pathetic. How about one in, oh, here's a new one on me. Pencoed? Did I get that right? David?
Hello. Can you hear me, Nick?
Is it Pencoed?
Yes, Pencoed.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I don't believe you are, Nick. I believe you're Desert in disguise.
Is there any more material, or are you out?
No.
No, you're out. Okay. Cumbran. Hello, Miles.
Hello?
Yes.
I would like to know why Donald Duck doesn't wear any trousers, but when he gets out of the bath, he puts a towel on.
Okay, no kids. That's a specific request to you, Carl. No children, all right? You should be in bed now. It's 12:15. What is he, like 5? Is 7? That kid was 17? Oh, blimey, you're joking. Any day now they'll drop. Here's one in Cardiff. Where am I going now? Cardiff again. Stan, hello.
Now then, Nick, how you getting on all right?
Yeah?
Right. I want to talk about going out with women from the internet. I've been out with 3 women on the internet, and I think it's great. It's a great way of meeting girls. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, I've been out with 3 women on internet, and I think it's a great way of meeting women.
Well, it's like having a conversation in a mountain range here. What are you, a parrot? Stop saying the same thing over and over. I heard it the first time. It's a great way of meeting women. You've been out with 3 on the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that it then?
Let's. Well, I don't know. Is that it? Let's delve further. What?
Well, yeah.
And how did it go?
Well, the last girl I went out with, she was an absolute nymphomaniac. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe me luck.
Yeah. What a result.
She was an absolute diamond.
Nymphomaniac. Yeah.
She was, and I think most women that do surf the net and look for men on the net, on the chat lines and that, I think they're just up for it.
Yeah.
Basically.
So no complaints from you then?
No, none at all. I think anybody who, I mean, that woman who called her a slapper, I think, you know, like, married men will look and find if they want to, and she's just supply and demand, like, you know. I mean, she could get onto me anytime she likes.
You're not fussy, is that what you're saying?
I'm not fussy at all, mate.
Well,
I mean,
most men aren't. Men are programmed to spread their genes around. That's just how we are. And women aren't. We're made in completely different ways. Women are made to... all right, do we really want to get into this? The male-female divide? Everybody knows, and despite the fact that like a few women will object to this, but it is absolutely true, women are made physically to grab onto one man and use him for, you know, succor and support, and to go out and hunt buffalo. And for the propagation of the species, men are made to go out and have sex with as many women as they possibly can. But because it doesn't work for women, women are programmed to go out and get one man and tie him down. That's just the natural order of things. You know that that's true. And so it doesn't make any sense. Really, the way that we live our lives doesn't really make any sense. It's against nature that we only have sex. We decide at a really early age, I'm only going to have sex with this person for the rest of my life. For women, that makes sense, but for men, it's against what we're about. Okay, now the calls are flooding in. How about one in Port Talbot? Hello, Liz.
Hello.
I'm right, aren't I?
Right.
There you go.
Nick, no, last night you said you had, now I'm not sure the word, Bell's palsy, am I right?
Bell's palsy.
Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
Well, when I was 12, I had it, right?
Yeah.
And my mother and father were horrified. I went to bed, all right, got up in the morning, and all one side of my face was paralysed.
Yeah. It's like one side of your face just falls off,
yeah.
isn't it?
Phoned the doctor, my mother, and they took me straight to Singleton Hospital, which you would know, which is in Swansea.
Yeah.
And what they said to me was that my bedroom window was open, and it was caused by draft.
It certainly is. You know, truckers get, I think I said this the other night, truckers get it a lot because they drive along with the window open, and a draft on the side of the neck can do it to you. That's right. Don't sit in a draft. The Chinese know this. Drafts are bad for you.
I was lying in bed, and of course the window was open, and of course my mother and father thought, oh my God, she's had a stroke, you know, 12-year-old.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah. And well, as I say, we went there, oh, don't take no notice. I've got my son here, and he's just laughing.
Give him a slap.
Yeah. So, well, that's all I was going to tell you. You know, you said you didn't really know the cause.
Well, they don't know the cause. The medical profession don't have any idea. It can be brought on by stress, or it can be brought on because you're run down, or it can be brought on because you're sitting in a draft. Never sit in a draft. Like, it's just so bad for you. Like I said, the Chinese part of Chinese medicinal culture. That's the worst thing. Drafts bring illness. Don't do it. Like, you'll be sitting in a window. It happened to me twice. I'm virtually a medical freak because it happens to one in 100,000 or 1 in 300,000 people once. To have it done twice, that's virtually unheard of. And I had it on both sides of my face now. I'm lucky to be able to talk. and it happened both times because I sat in a draft. That it happened to me once from sitting in a draft was unfortunate, but that I let it happen again was just plain stupid. So hear it from someone who knows. Don't sit in drafts. But then the medical profession is just one of those things. They shrug their shoulders and they go, "We don't know. I've got absolutely no idea how to cure it. It'll either get better or it won't." And if it doesn't get better, then it really does bring home to you how your life can change in an instant, and it might not have any reflection on an action that you have taken. Just to be sitting next to an open window, and then the next day one half of your face doesn't work. To the extent that you can't close one eye. When you go to bed at night, you have to actually tape your eye closed, because otherwise it'll just stay open all the time. It's down to the minute, it's down to that small, and you're laughing in there. I mean, it's not funny. It's kind of funny, as long as it gets better. If it doesn't get better, then you're screwed, because you look like you look like the Elephant Man. Because after a while, the muscles in your face, which are holding it all up, they don't hold it up anymore, and so it just, gravity takes over, and it all starts to fall down. And your mouth, while it goes straight across ordinarily, and this is something you never think about, will start to sink on one side. So if your mouth virtually makes a right angle. Carl's in there trying to push his face into what it might look. Are you joining in at home? It's almost like Blue Peter, isn't it? Yeah, so trust me on this. Don't sit in drafts. Let's have one in Cardiff. Peter.
Hello?
Yes, Peter.
No, is that Nick?
Yes, it is.
Hello, Nick. How are you feeling tonight? You seem a bit edgy.
Edgy?
Yeah, you're cutting people off very quickly tonight. Yeah, you had a guy about 5 minutes ago, and or 2 or 3 o'clock, and you cut them off very quickly. You just severing.
I'm sorry. This is a call about cutting people off, but the bad news is I'm going to have to cut you off because you're breaking up.
It's odd how some partners are just perfect for each other. Laurel and Hardy, gin and tonic, fish and chips, and maybe even you and Paris. All this week on the Mid-Morning Show, we're playing Perfect Partners, and we've teamed up with Auto Trader to send you and your partner for a night out at your favourite restaurant. What's more, one lucky couple will win a weekend in Paris with £200 spending money, courtesy of the Travel House. All you have to do is name the missing half of a famous partnership. It might be Bill and Ben, Morecambe and Wise, or even Terry and Sarah. It's Perfect Partners with Auto Trader, your local motoring magazine, every morning this week on Real Radio.
You can play that game.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Is actually anything going out in the air right now? Carl, is there anything going out? Am I talking over adverts now on any of our frequencies? Well, why the hell is this screen telling me that there's 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the advert? What is going on here? Seriously, this is the second time this has happened tonight, and all of our equipment, millions of pounds worth of equipment, are telling me that there is an ad going out as I'm speaking. And if I'm talking over an advert, then I apologise to our advertisers. No, you're not. It's just well, weird, what's that isn't it? then?
I don't know. How strange. It's quite difficult, this radio lark, isn't it?
Well, it shouldn't be. It's like putting a puzzle together. All you have to do is fit 60 minutes into every hour.
Yeah.
And there seems to be some problem. Like every show that I've done here, there seems to be some sort of technical screw-up. Is this specially for me, or is this the ordinary course of events around here?
Jeremy Beadle's going to appear soon.
Oh my God, not him. That's all I need. Right, let's have one in, I'm guessing again, Musteg? Is that right, Suzanne? Musteg. Okay, so we're talking to you now, Suzanne. Suzanne.
Oh, Musteg.
Nick Abbott on Real Radio's Late Night Phone-In. Call now on 0845 105 2106.
Are you listening to this, Kyle? Are you listening? Did you hear what just happened? Okay, at the end of, should I even go into this? This screen here, I'm looking at £1 million worth of equipment that was telling me, without any shadow of a doubt, that there was an advert going out and there was 1 minute and 10 left. At the end of that period, it played a jingle. What is going on? I mean, obviously there is a problem. And I know you're not supposed to talk about this stuff on the air, but it seems to me that if you do talk about it on the air, then something would get done. But so far, nothing. So anyway, Suzanne, back to you. Suzanne. Oh, God. The problem is it keeps mounting up. I'm almost ready to I'm going to be playing the Starland Vocal Band and Afternoon Delight. And if only the delight had crept into the evening, then everything would be fine. And that's going to be coming up, as long as it's technically possible, at some time between now and 1 o'clock, or between now and the end of our existence here on the planet Earth. Oh, it's incredible. So it's 0845 105 2 106 as we progress with someone called Lindy.
So it's 084. Hello?
Lindy.
Yeah?
Hello, Lindy.
Is that Nick?
Yes, it is. Turn the radio down.
Okay, hang on a sec. See the tenant.
And he's turned it up.
I just wanted to phone and tell you that obviously I've listened to you on radio before, and I think you're doing a very difficult job in a difficult place, and you're doing really well, mate.
Well, everybody's saying how hard it is. I'm just sitting here talking to people. There's really nothing to it.
Well, no, Wales is a funny place, and people are really funny, and obviously if you've got an English accent, you don't normally fit in.
Well,
so,
where are you calling from?
Cynvalin
Okay.
No, try and say that.
No. Do you mind if I don't?
No, that's okay. No, it's no problem. It's a difficult thing to say, I suppose.
Well, are you telling me that that it's nationalism rearing its ugly head? I don't think it's that at all. I just think it's people.
Oh no,
people are used to going to bed with one bloke, and I'm somebody completely new.
No, I don't think it's that. I just think it's Welsh people tend to have a way of thinking, and trying to change that is very difficult, especially if you're from somewhere else, because we don't like to be told what to do. Don't like to be told what to do. I'm not trying to say that you are trying to tell people what to do, but it's very difficult sometimes. We get used to things, and therefore we sit here and listen to things and get told, you know, it's a funny thing. We get used to things, and that's what we're used to, if you know what I mean.
Do you understand how inflammatory what you're saying is? People's heads will virtually be exploding at home.
Well, tough. Maybe they should listen a bit more, because I've listened to you before on talk radio, and I've got to be perfectly honest with you. I've always found your shows really interesting, and yes, they've been inflammatory as well. And I've got to be perfectly honest with you. I think you're a really good talk show host, and I think your shows are excellent. And I think that Wales should really wake up and listen to what's happening, because they don't seem to realise they're being broadcast around Europe and everywhere else. And we all sound so stupid, it's unbelievable. And I'm sorry, but I've got to say what I think. And I'm Welsh through and through, and I think we should all start listening to what we're saying. And some people that have been phoning this evening have sounded really, really stupid. And I'm very, very proud of being Welsh.
Well, listen, Lindy, enough of the sucking up, okay?
I'm not sucking. Oh, my sweetheart, I can tell you something. I am not sucking up. I say exactly what I think. I've got a mind of my own, and I'm saying exactly what I thinking this evening. I haven't been to the pub. I have had a couple of drinks, but I will tell you, I've listened to you before, and you are an excellent talk show host.
All right,
and we should be really pleased that we've got you.
Like I said before, enough of the sucking up. You say what you like. You say what you like. You say what you like, and you like what you bloody well say. Thanks a lot, Lindy. Oh, enough of the I like you, I don't like you, because that's just so dull. But thanks anyway. Here's one in Port Talbot. Hello, Melanie. Melanie.
Hello.
Yes, Melanie. Turn your radio down, because you're going to hear what happened 10 seconds ago, and you won't be able to speak.
Hello.
Yes, Melanie.
Well, I've never listened to you before, but I just come home tonight every night after...
Oh, God, it's going to be one of these I like you or I don't like you ones.
No, not at all.
Okay. It's a nice name, by the way, Melanie.
Thank you very much.
It's very musical. It kind of trips off the tongue.
Yes, I've got a brand new pair of roller skates kind of song.
You do?
Yeah.
What colour are they?
Whatever colour you want them to be.
Whatever colour I want them to be?
Definitely.
Okay.
No, I've been a night out at my mother's, and I come home, and my fiance found your radio station on the radio, and you've had some very interesting subjects on the phone.
Which station are you listening to again?
Real radio.
Oh, right.
Yes, I have had.
Some of those interesting... They must have passed me by. I guess the guy who had Elvis tattooed, the fat Elvis tattooed on his arm. I liked him the best. But I just got this mental image of a bloke with this porker in rhinestones all the way up and down his arm. Why he would do that is beyond me. And that he thinks that people's reactions when they see him divested of his shirt, they sort of take one step back and think it's a bit weird. And he is surprised at that reaction. I don't get that at all. I mean, think about this. Here's a guy with another guy's name, and not just name, but image tattooed in indelible ink right on his arm. If that doesn't qualify as weird, then I don't know what does.
Well, if you like Elvis, that's up to you.
Yeah, but liking him and going as far as he did is like what is too completely. He wanted to erect a shrine to the man. Don't you think that's a bit scary?
Erect a shrine.
Erect a shrine. That's what I said.
Just a shrine.
And I think that erect was the right word in this respect. But his wife wouldn't let him. She was the only one that's making any sense in that house. Have you passed out or what?
No, not at all.
Close to it though. Anyway, I've got to go. Cheers, dear.
Thank you.
0845 105 2106. What now?
I'm getting your song. You wanted a song?
You're getting my song?
Yeah.
Where are you going to get it from?
Over here. Press that. There we go.
No. Oh, cool.
You just need to press the big button.
Well, how long is it?
Don't know. I'll find out for you.
If I press it, well, I guess it will come up. Hang on a minute. Let's. Okay, 3 minutes 10. So I could back time it so I end right on the news, like a professional would.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that. Forget it. Let's go to your beautiful downtown Edinburgh. Hello, Colin.
Hey, Nick.
Colin.
I'd like to talk to you about making a film.
About what, sorry?
Making a film.
Making a phone?
Film.
Oh, a film?
Yes. Because me and some friends of mine, being students, we've got very little to do. So we decided to make a film, and we're wondering if you and or your listeners had any sort of suggestions or creative input for it.
Pornography always sells.
Based on my friends, no.
Oh, you mean that your friends are the ones that are going to be starring in this movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Anyway, our first idea was for something involving giant robots having gunfights on a space station.
Okay, that sounds like the special effects budget will be way over your ability
exactly.
to... Yeah.
And also we didn't own any space stations.
Well, you want to do something like the Blair Witch Project, because that was made for no money at all and made a bazillion pounds.
Yeah, exactly. But what we've come up with now is a detective who has to investigate a haunted car.
That's pathetic. That's the best you could do. A haunted car, I think.
It was going to be a haunted fairground, but
I think that's been done, isn't it? Wasn't the car called Christina or something? What was that haunted car thing? Wasn't it a Stephen King book?
Oh, blimey. Yeah, and that's sort of horror thing rather than just sort of a stupid thing that we were trying to do.
You're students of what?
University, computer science.
Computer science?
Not psychology.
Does it get any more boring than that? Be honest. Yes.
Well, accountancy is worse.
Accountant is the correct answer. Accountancy would be worse than computer science.
Thank you. It was going to be a haunted fairground, but unfortunately we don't know anything about the fairground.
That's been done. Scooby-Doo's been there and done
exactly.
that. Yeah.
It's following in the footsteps of the greats, though.
But I don't believe that it's ever actually been made into a movie with proper grown-up people rather than cartoon characters. And the script is already written for you. You arrive at a fairground, and a bloke at the and the fairground is a disused fairground. That's very important. And the bloke at the beginning where you go in, he'll be like the caretaker, and he'll say you don't want to go in there because it's haunted. But they go in there anyway. They go in there anyway, and they see a lot of these absolutely fantastic special effects that look like they couldn't possibly be manufactured. And then come to find out at the end, it's a guy with a fan and a sheet.
Yes, and it was the bloke who employed them in the first place.
Yeah, no, it was the guy who told them not to go in there in the first place.
That's right.
And you pesky kids, you've ruined it for me.
Indeed. Have we just given away the end of the film?
And you go to, what, Edinburgh University?
Heriot what University?
Heriot what?
Yep.
I went to Heriot's.
Oh, George Heriot's.
George Heriot's School, that's right. Is it still standing?
As far as I know.
It's been standing since 1610.
Yes, we've got lots of horrible children on the trains every day going there.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a prison from the outside. It's kind of how it felt from the inside, too.
Fantastic.
So, as a student, do you have to pay your own way these days?
Not in Scotland.
Really?
Yeah, you have to fill out a form which says, yes, I am actually from Scotland. And then you hand that in, and they say, all right, then you don't have to pay any fees.
You're joking?
No, apparently Tony Blair is getting annoyed about it, so he's thinking about changing it in England as well.
So he was thinking about...
Yeah, you know how they introduced tuition fees a few years back?
Yeah.
They're thinking of...
doing the same in Scotland?
Yeah, well, they did in Scotland, but then because of the Scottish Parliament, one of the first things they did was to make it so that, assuming you were actually from Scotland, you didn't have to pay the fees.
I did not know that. So you're on Easy Street, because I thought that I was one of the last years at university that actually had it really easy, that you didn't have to come up with any money yourself.
Relatively, we don't get grants, so people start to sort of get jobs and so on.
Ah, well, that was kind of my point. So you don't actually have to pay tuition fees, but they don't give you any money to be a student.
Not unless you don't. Not unless if your parents are making any sort of money at all, then you might get sort of £400 or £500.
Yeah, if you're camping in shoe shop doorways and asking for spare change, please, then they'll give you some.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I was a student, I think it was last of the Easy Street, because not only did we not have to pay our tuition fees, not only did we get money from our parents, and every time you needed your washing done, you would just slink home and they would get done for you, and you get a decent meal. But on top of that, the government paid us to be students. It was unbelievable.
You don't know how good you had it.
No, I do know how good I had it. At the time, we didn't have any idea, but in retrospect, it was like one big long holiday. And the best part of being a student is just being a student. It's not having any responsibilities other than every year for 6 weeks before the exams, you totally freak out and realise that you don't know anything about the subject that you're supposed to have been studying.
That's a good thing about the course here, because instead of having huge exams once a year, you get sort of smaller exams every term.
Oh, it's the phrase escapes me. It's
continuous assessment.
Continuous assessment is exactly right. Yeah.
Hooray.
And well, that seems to make much more sense than having just a memory test at the end of it, which seems like a stupid way of testing people's knowledge on any subject. Because, for instance, if you're an accountant or you're doing what you're doing, computer science and so on, you're not in the real world, which is what the studies are supposed to be preparing you for. You're not going to have no information available other than what you can remember. I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? Even if you go to your doctor's, he's not going to pretend that he knows everything. He's going to look stuff up in books. So just the whole concept of exams, which are closed books exams, is just, it's an anathema to me. It just seems a ridiculous concept. It's a memory test, and so in other words, if you get an A or a first or whatever it is that, what do you get up there?
At the end you get first or 2-1 or whatever.
Okay, so it's the same thing as England and I'm guessing Wales. Yeah, so people who get firsts are either freaks who have a tremendous ability to do the subject, or more likely they're people who can just remember really well. Because let's face it, when I went to university, I thought the difference between university and school would be that students in university would be valued. No, well, that I kind of guessed, but they would be valued for what they brought to the subject. But that's not the case at all. It's exactly like school, when you just take in what the teacher tells you. In the university they call them lecturers, but it's the same damn thing. You just suck up all the information, and then in an exam you just spew it back out in exactly the same order, and then you'll pass with flying colours. They're not remotely interested in what you think, and that was the biggest surprise of the whole university experience. And yours?
Yeah.
What's the in what year are you?
We're just going to 4th. So,
you do 4 years, so you must take time out to do work placements.
No, it's all Scottish courses are 4 years.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Well, you must have shorter terms then, or something.
10 weeks each. I don't think we have shorter terms. I think it's just the way things are.
And so in your 4th year, what you've been there long enough to look back, and you had an idea of what university was like, or would be like, before you went.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be filled with a lot of earnest people wearing cardigans and beards playing chess. I really did have the image of that in my mind, and I got there and I found that such people did not exist. And the only people that actually did any work were mature students. You know, women like 30 years old who had kids and a husband who were doing the housework and feeding them and going out and learning a subject and doing more work than any of the 18 and 19-year-olds who they were surrounded by. These were the people that were really working, and all of those kids were just goofing off and getting drunk and baking banana skins in ovens and trying to get high. It doesn't work. Believe me.
Sounds like a friend of mine.
We tried it over and over and over again. It does not work.
Yeah. You don't do anything until fourth year. I think by the time fourth year's around, everyone who was just along for a laugh is meant to have been weeded out. You actually get to.
I got to tell you, but there's precious little about computer science that sounds like it would be a laugh to me. Are you joking?
Well, it's
like jokes about computers. It doesn't sound to me like they would be funny at all.
Well, as the alternative is accountancy.
No, that can't be the only alternative. Why don't you take up surfing? Well, it's something to think about.
Don't walk, don't run, don't ride your bike, don't accept lifts from strangers, don't be late, don't be early, don't expect to be on time, don't alight when the bus is in motion, don't stand, don't eat, don't distract the driver, don't you have anything smaller, don't be a pest, don't mither, don't expect your dad to pick you up, don't make plans, don't make promises, don't even think about borrowing the car.
The new Peugeot 106 Independence, with sunroof and 1 year's free insurance subject to terms and conditions. Just 6495 on the road.
Don't get mad, get independence.
Let's take this further. Let's find what we need.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, or maybe an assault, getting back on your feet is never easy. Claimline could help. Your injuries and lost earnings may entitle you to compensation that could run into thousands of pounds. Claimline will help you assess just how much. If your injury happened within the last 3 years and the effects lasted 4 weeks or more, Claimline can manage your case, making it as easy as possible for you to benefit from what you're legally entitled to. The Claimline team are personal injury specialists, and the service they provide is completely free of charge. Why not call now to find out how Claimline could help
Nick Abbot on Real Radio's Late Night Phone Up. Call now on 0845 105 2106.
Real Radio.
Well, it sounds vaguely to me like we came in and out of an ad break almost without incident. That deserves a round of applause in anybody's book. How did we manage that? Did we have an engineer bust in from the outside, Kyle? We did! Did you have to come a long way? And I bet you were swearing under your breath, that bastard's on the air, moaning about, yeah, there you go. He should be tucked up in bed by now, but that bastard on the air, he doesn't even work here. He's only in for a week, and all he's doing is moaning about how crap the engineering is around this place. Here's a call in Port Talbot. Hello, Michael.
Hello there.
Michael.
Yeah, I was calling up. My girlfriend Melanie phoned a bit earlier.
Melanie, oh yeah.
Made a bit of a fool of herself with Elvis. Thing is, she just walked in and.
Did she? I can't remember what she said. What did she? All I remember about Melanie was that she had such a nice name, Melanie.
Yeah, that was it. She came in from a barbecue, a little bit.
Worse for wear.
Worse for wear, yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, I've just listened to the station, and it's pretty good. There's this guy who's been. A lot of Welsh people are phoning up and just, for some reason, abusing him. I mean, just give him a ring and. He's a wonderful person. You know, make his day. And she phoned up, and she didn't have a clue what the show was. Then you mentioned Elvis Presley, and she lost the plot altogether.
Well, I don't have a clue what this show isn't actually about anything. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but you said about Elvis and the guy who had tattoos on.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and said, "I'm blank. What's he on about?" And my head was stuck to the speaker because I couldn't put the radio up loud because obviously feedback.
That's right.
And so I was giving a delayed reaction back. Which was like 5 seconds too late.
10 seconds later.
Yeah, and she's going, what do you want about?
Work.
He's already covered that thing. So she hung up, basically. And
she hung up? I thought...
Well, you kind of...
I thought
Well, we wound it down quickly and
okay.
said bye-bye.
Right.
So I thought I'd ring back, apologise for that, and new topic. Brass Eye on TV last week. Any views on that at all?
Well, I haven't seen it because I tried to see it, but as far as I could tell, the Welsh version of Channel 4 cancelled it because they played that movie Wild at Heart. You know that David Lynch classic with
Nicolas Cage and
with Nicolas Cage and what's her name, Laura Dern. That's right. And according to the schedules, they were going to play Brass Eye afterwards. And so I stayed up to like 2 in the morning, something like that. And they didn't play it. I was stunned.
I thought they did, because in the paper the day after, it was repeated the night after.
No, I think they repeated it on the parent company Channel 4, but as far as I could tell, perhaps I'm completely wrong about this, but I don't think that they might have played it first time, but I think they cancelled the repeat.
William, all I read in the paper the day after, and it was like in the Welsh Mirror, and it outraged they repeated the night after.
Well, you understand that the Welsh Mirror is just the English Mirror with everything that
cut out.
with everything that's anti-Wales cut out.
Yeah.
You know that the Mirror was actually backing the gay bloke who won Big Brother, but the Welsh Mirror was backing the woman from Wales who lost.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Now I wonder if people actually realise that here, that the paper that you thought was supporting Wales by backing what's her name actually wasn't. It was only a token thing on their part because they knew that if they backed gay what's his name, then the people in Wales would be up in arms because they were all rooting for
the entire public vote is just totally chosen by the papers on the TV network. What they want it out. I mean, if they want somebody out that week, basically.
And what I also found interesting was that the Sun had this this thing going all the time, and the Sun is a paper that prides itself on thinking it runs the country, whereas we actually know that the Mail runs the country. But the Sun tells its audience, its listeners, readers, to do certain things, and they
do it.
And often they do, but sometimes they just completely ignore them. And the Sun has been backing. Is her name Helen?
Helen, yeah.
Helen. The Sun was backing Helen, and and it backed another loser before that as well, and was saying this is who we think is going to win, and this is who you should vote for, and
hey, so they picked,
and it was virtually a done deal as far as the Sun was concerned, and hey presto, the people who read the Sun just completely ignored them. They must have been stunned over there in Wapping.
Yeah.
Okay, well you have to keep your girlfriend in line.
Yeah, she is now stuck next to the speaker with the sound down. I'm trying to listen. She's like giving me delayed reaction.
Okay, well in 10 seconds she'll hear me saying that you have to keep her in line, and then you'll really be in trouble. Thanks a lot, mate. 0845 105 2106. So I still have to play this one. And I was driving in earlier on, and I heard this band here. And I had absolutely no idea who it was, but I knew it was a fantastic song. Afternoon Delight turns out to be by the Starland vocal band, but not now. Here's one in Musteg again. Musteg. Suzanne, turn the radio down. Oh, here she comes. Not to... To the instruction, turn the radio down. Okay, her mind must have been scrambled for a second there, and she thought, oh, I've got to do, like, I've got the radio in one hand and the phone in the other, and she made the wrong, she did the wrong thing. I know it might be confusing for you, dear, but what you just put down was the phone. All right, do we want to hear this now? It's 0845 105 2106. This has got to be. Am I right? This is one of the best songs ever made in the history of the planet. But not right now. Let's have it right into the snooze. Here's one in. I've got no idea. James, where are you?
Hello.
James.
How are you?
All right.
Listen, I just ringing up to say these Big Brother contestants. It sort of really annoys me, really, because I never really got into it, but they're on the bloody telly all the time, even if they sort of got out ages ago, like, you know, and they've done nothing. They're sort of dulcet dimheads. But, you know, people are making them famous, you know, but just by buying papers. I mean, just, What a load of rubbish.
It is a load of rubbish. I can't believe that anybody is interested in any of these dull people, and that they don't have any personality to sell will become evident really quickly once they're on TV. And some of them have got TV contracts, which I predict will last about I will give them 6 months tops, but they'll probably be out of work in 3 months. You know, the most publicly saleable face of the last series lasted, what, a couple of weeks, and now he just seems like a really sad and pathetic figure, that nasty Nick guy. And none of these people have taken the public interest as much as he did. And why the hell is anybody even interested? That's what I don't get. It's like the curtain twitching mentality. You want to just peek over the fence and into the living room of your next door neighbour. And that people can be glued to that stuff? What, because they think that they might have sex? Do you seriously think that Channel 4 was going to allow people to actually do it on TV? No chance, not even if you were watching it on the web. Which, by the way, was impossible to get onto because people were hoping that they were going to see them naked. Which is pathetic. That there is not enough naked people actually doing it on the World Wide Web that you would want to just hope desperately that any of those gormless people who did Big Brother were going to get naked and dirty for you. What a colossal waste of time! And that Channel 4 said that the next time they're going to be doing this, they're going to pick couples so that they actually will have sex, because that was what was missing in the current run. Implying that they would actually show it, not a chance. If they didn't show it in Holland, they're not going to show it here, believe me. Because we don't actually want to see it, but we just want to snigger about it a lot. That's our whole mentality in this country. It's kind of weak. And look at the best-selling newspapers, and you'll see that what I'm saying is absolutely true. Their whole thing is all about sex, about how disgusting it is, and they're just so full of contradictions, it's unbelievable. Anna Ford just lost the court case that she took some newspaper to court because they printed pictures of her rubbing suntan lotion into her boyfriend, or vice versa, on a beach. And she said that there was an invasion of privacy, which any human being would think that, yeah, of course it is. You take a picture of somebody on the beach and you put it in a newspaper, how could that not be an invasion of privacy? Doesn't make any sense that it isn't. And the only reason that it wasn't is because she was on a public beach. Like being on a public beach, you would think that you would be immune from people pointing a telephoto lens and then sticking your almost naked picture in a newspaper. Don't you think you'd be upset by that? That should be against the law in this country. But that's what it's all about, and the newspapers will, you know, some celebrity will be topless, and they'll sight a boat a mile off a beach, and they'll have some guy with a telephoto lens take a picture of them, and that'll be in your super soaraway, saucy, naughty, naked newspaper the next day. Right next to a story about a guy who was taking surreptitious pictures of people in the nude, who was, in their words, a disgusting pervert and should be in jail. And they don't seem to see that there is a dichotomy in those two stories. That one is okay and it's a bit of a giggle, and the other is a disgusting prevert who should be stoned and burnt at the stake. I just don't get it. And people look at the paper and they say, oh yeah, that's right. It's like you take your brain out before you open those newspapers. It's a mystery to me. Here's one in Cowbridge. Hello, Maria.
Hello, Nick. How are you?
All right.
Right. I'm ringing to basically say that I work very long nights sometimes, whereas I don't get any sleep for 48 hours.
Oh, you must be a nurse.
No. I'm a self-finisher. I make curtains, so I have quite a few orders, and I need to prepare for my staff in the morning.
Right.
And what I've noticed is the majority of people are actually comparing one host to the other. But I would like to say that the program in general is very, very good, and I find it very entertaining and very comical on times. And I hope that the program goes out for many years to come, regardless who is actually hosting it.
This show, done by me, ends on Friday.
Uh-huh. Well, it doesn't really matter who's actually hosting it.
Are you joking? It doesn't matter who's hosting it?
No.
Well, you think that this show's about the callers? You've got to be kidding.
Oh, no. It's just a good program to tune into and listen to.
But regardless of who's presenting it?
Well, obviously the presenters are very good, but, you know, it's still a good program to listen.
Well, I know you're trying to be nice, but to say that it doesn't matter who's presenting it is kind of ludicrous, because the whole show is about who's presenting it. It's not the people who call in. They're kind of irrelevant, which is one of the reasons that most phone-ins in this country are so deadly boring, because people just pick a topic at the beginning of the hour and they just let anybody on the air, and they'll just let them yak until they're dead, which is why most shows are totally unlistenable that are called phone-ins. It's because people will just give the radio station to any idiot who happens to call in, with whatever it is. And much of the time, intensely depressing. Oh, my husband's just died. Oh, that's interesting. Let's talk about that for half an hour. And it just makes you want to kill yourself listening to it. So, of course, it matters what the host is, and the regular host of this show will be back on Monday. And here is the thing I've been waiting to play for about the last 3 hours and 10 minutes, ever since I heard Dave play this on the radio as I was coming into my car. Starland Vocal Band.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been, when it's right, why wait until the middle of a cold, dark night, when everything's a little clearer in the light of day. And we know the night is always gonna be here anyway.
Thinking of you's working up my appetite, looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together make the sparks ignite, and the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight, afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight.
Started out this morning feeling so full, right? I always thought of this could not be called, it didn't fight. But you got some data waiting, and I think I might like everything, a little afternoon delight.
Sky rockets in flight, afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight.
before the sun gone down. Thinking of you's working up an appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together make a sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight.
Swansea, Newport, Cardiff, 105 to 106 FM. And on DAB. Digital audio across South Wales and the South West. South Wales News Leader.
Real radio.